corrupt, and even in writing assignments, and even in our relationship with others. تعاملنا مع الأساتذة، تعاملنا مع بعضنا، تعاملنا بعضنا مع البعض، هذه كلها فيها حقوق وآداب لا بد أن نراعيها ونقول نستوفي الحقوق. طيب، فالأول، المقصد الأول هو الحق، والمقصد الثاني هو إيصال هذا الحق, to deliver this حق that we have learned. أنا أقول الخطاب، أو في القرآن يقول قول الحق، يقول الحق. If you do search, you have Qur'an, you have mushaf in your devices, and you have like mushaf. Sometimes the apps, you can search any word in the Qur'an. How many verses are related, or you will find the occurrence of kalimah al-haq in the Qur'an? كم عدد كلمات أو نقول كم مرة وردت كلمة الحق في القرآن الكريم. If you do quick research, if you have any Quranic apps, or berapa banyak? So some more than 100. Okay, let's say, give us some examples of kalimatul haq. ولا تلبسوا الحق بالباطل. So there we know that there is haq, there is batil. Okay, so don't confuse haq and batil, and don't confuse others in arriving at al-haq and al-batil. So if we don't really pay attention to the path of arriving at al-haq, one may fall into confusing others. الذي لم يتقن ولم يتأدب في معرفة الحق ربما يقع في إلباس الحق بالباطل، ربما يوصل إلى الآخرين المعرفة التي تشوبها الشبهات، فيلتبس الحق مع الباطل في تلك المعرفة. طيب، هل هناك آيات أخرى؟ الحق من ربك. So we believe in Islam that al-haq is not only a product of our rightful thinking. Even though if we say we use like the best method of thinking, al-haq is not is only a product of our thinking, but al-haq also coming from Allah. So there is this reality that we want to arrive and achieve this reality. What is other verses? Another verses on yeah. Al-haq wa zahaqa al-batil. So this al-haq is not something that is always there, individually. So it can be clear to some people, and some people he has to search for the haq. So it's not that you were born in a family, you were born a son of a professor, you were born a son of ulama, that already al-haq is with you. There is a requirement to search to find haq. That's called talabul ilm. So you find that there are many haqs, and one of the interesting ayat that we can contemplate together is the ayat Sanurihim ayatina. Sanurihim in surah, which surah? This is a very important ayat, especially for students of Ma'arif al-Wahi. Sanurihim ayatina in فصلت آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين أنه الحق. So we will show them our signs. So in their afaq, in the horizons, in the farthest dimensions of things. So if you read history, there are horizons in history. Ada dimensions dalam history. So any dimension you go deeper, you may find the sign of Allah there. You learn the past, you may find the sign of Allah in the past. You learn some countries, you may find the sign of Allah separately. That is history. Maybe horizons in the social condition or sociology. You go and learn aspects of society, you find signs of Allah in the aspects of society. You go for the horizons of the nature, the kingdom of animals. So there are signs of Allah in all of the horizons. It is, upon the person to recognize and to find the sign of Allah in all the horizons, and also within yourself. your psyche, your intellectuality. If you ponder through your own way of thinking, why do I think like this? Why do people think like this? You ponder on the principle of thinking, the philosophy, you find the signs of Allah there. Hatta yatabayyana annahu, that is also coming from Allah Ja'al Haq. You go through the Qur'an, you find the guidance and the clarification of all these signs. It's like when you have painting, another painting. So if you have been to a gallery? Semua pernah pergi gallery? With a gallery, after you find painting, and then what is there besides the painting? Malladhi tajiduhu yani qurba al-rasam, artist apa, dia punya apa, description of painting. So the painting, we cannot understand sometimes what is meant by the painting unless when you read the description. But if the description is there without the painting, can you also understand the description? No. So this is a simple analogy that I use to show that there are ayats like description. There are ayats in the bigger painting. Okay, so this universe, whatever is happening, the phenomena of life, everyday situations, everyday instances, whatever conversation you have, so the whole universe, the whole alam is like a painting, but we will not understand what is meant by this painting unless you read the description. You read the Qur'an, you learn the Qur'an, learn the hadith, and whatever that is derived from the Qur'an and hadith, from all the sciences derived from Qur'an and hadith that we call ma'arif al-wahi, we read and we understand ma'arif al-wahi, then we can understand the reality and our life and our universe and so on and so forth. Okay, so now our path to be trained in the sciences of Quran and Hadith. Okay, so that is our way. First, okay, kata doktor, apa ni? Banyak sangat mukadimah ni kan. There's a very long mukadimah. It's like philosophy. It's not philosophy. I'm reading ayat of Quran to bring you to have the right vision, right tasawwur. Okay, so that what we are doing is not simply submitting assignment. It's not simply doing things and just, okay, AI can do this for me. Yes, AI can do that for you, but will you gain the aims and the objectives that we have listed, we have explained for? That is the reason or the purpose of creation, why you are created and why you are being here, in order to recognize all these sciences. Okay, to produce an assignment, to produce a research, to produce a book, it can be done by any of the machines now. So why do we learn how to do assignment? Because AI can do that for us. So just for the sake of producing books, producing research, producing articles, producing like experiments, no machines can replace human being. But there is a reason why human being is created, and there is a purpose for the creation, the existence of human being, that we can only understand that from the Quran and the Sunnah. Okay, so that is why I bring you to the maqasid first. So this, even though it looks like a university task, it's like a course work, but it is part of your existence. It is part of your being here in this world. So someone can submit assignment and the result is getting marks and fulfilling the requirement of the subject. That is only the result that he gained or he obtained. The other person submit assignment and he gained knowledge, he obtained knowledge, he obtained ilm, wisdom, and he is elevated in the ranks in the hereafter. Okay, elevated in terms of his paradise. Okay, ditingkatkan darjatnya, gain pahala because of the intention. That is why innamal a'malu binniyat. So niat dosa, I doing this for Allah, but you are not internalizing what is meant by doing for the sake of Allah. It's not that okay, submit this, niat kerana Allah, but there is no connection between niat kerana Allah dengan your life. So if you put assignment as part of the bigger aim of life, then inshallah you gain the wisdom, you gain ilm, you gain also the elevation in the akhirah, okay, ditingkatkan darjat, turfa' darajat fil akhirah. فلا يعني لا تكون هذه الأوقات يعني مضيعة أو نقول the time that you spend in the university days are not wasted, okay? Even though if, like say, there are things sometimes happening in life, okay, the shahadah doesn't help you, the ijazah doesn't help you in securing any job, any career, but the whole journey of learning is not wasted. It's never been wasted from this perspective, because this journey is not just for the sake of any worldly aim or worldly objective, but also, in addition to that, you are doing it for the sake of understanding the purpose of creation, arriving at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so we talk about this maqasid, before we go to the mawdu' al-bahth. So usually في الغالب هل الموضوع الذي تكتب فيه هل يطلب من قبل المحاضر أو أنتم تبحثون عن هذا الموضوع؟ أنتم بحثتم عن هذا الموضوع. هذا يعني الموضوعات غالبا البحث، يعني هذا assignment، يعني غالبا في كل مادة سنقدم أو سنسلم البحث، يعني البحث القصير تقريبا. فموضوعات هذا البحث هل جاءت من قبلكم أو من قبل الأستاذ؟ عين أستاذ لا تعرف. أوكي. فهذا يختلف من أستاذ إلى أستاذ. بعض الأساتذة قال ابحثوا عن موضوعات، فأنتم تكتبون عن موضوعات بشرط أن تكون الموضوعات متعلقة بالمادة. وهناك أستاذ من قال أنا سأعطي الموضوعات كل واحد أعين له الموضوع. وهناك طريقة أيضا أنا أستخدم هذه الطريقة في الغالب، أختار أو أنا أضع بعض الموضوعات، فالطلبة هم يختارون من بين هذه الموضوعات، يعني مثلا هو يحب الموضوع الأول أو الموضوع الثاني فيسجل في هذه الموضوعات في تيمز أو ما إلى ذلك. طيب، المهم أن موضوع البحث غالبا يتعلق بشيء أو بهدفين. So we can say there are two intentions behind a certain topic. Okay. First, sometimes it is only to train the student to work on assignment. So to train. So it is not really doing what we call real research, okay? Real searching, because the subject is already there, the content is already known. Okay. So the lecturers also, the lecturer, he knows already the result of the research or the result of the assignment. So he is not looking forward to the result of your assignment. It is just to train you to do assignment. Okay, so that is one of the reason why we ask for assignment. Second is really to find a certain new knowledge or new information concerning a certain topic. So that will be different. You have to see, okay, what is the reason behind it. Sometimes it is only like اكتب عن الإمام الشافعي وكتابه الرسالة. So we know from the title that this is already known. There are many هناك مراجع كثيرة عن ترجمة الشافعي, the biography of الشافعي. There are many references, and we don't need to write a new biography. Okay. And also there are many references elaborating the book of Shafi'i al-Risalah. So we know from the title that this is only to train you to do assignment, not really to find the new information, new knowledge, unless sometimes the student came from a very unique background and he is exposed to a higher level discussion and he can bring something new to the topic. But from just looking at the topic, we know that this is only meant for the student to learn how to write assignments. Okay. إن كان البحث من قبل الطالب, okay, if the title is for you to search for the title, how are you going to do searching for the title? How do you do it? Please share with me. And especially if you are not really active this morning, still not energetic. Okay, just speak, say something. And how do you search for the topic? كيف تبحثون عن الموضوع؟ Ilham. Bukan wahyu lah, wahyu jadi nabi. Ilham, wait for the ilham. What do I want to do? Okay. What else? And then what are other methods? These are like, we can say, implemented. It's practiced by people. Okay? Inspiration, ilham. What else? Template. What do you mean by template?
Previous bahas.
Okay, previous. Do you look at previous bahas? Yeah, you look at previous. What else? ChatGPT now. You ask ChatGPT, I want to write something related to the subject of this. Propose to me any topic that I can write on it. Yeah. Okay. What else? هل هناك طريق آخر أنتم طبقتموه في البحث عن الموضوع؟ From related books. Sometimes you look at the books, and for you maybe you have finished the book, and then you said, oh, I remember that there is a question in my mind that can be explored during the assignment or during the preparation of the research. Okay. Sometimes through the references, you read a book, you read an article, you find the references. تقرؤون المراجع تجدون المراجع. هناك أشياء، هناك موضوعات جميلة مهمة. المهم أن كيف ننمي في نفوسنا حب الموضوع. How do we make a topic interesting? That is a more challenging question. السؤال الذي فيه تحدي أكبر. How do we make? كيف نحول الموضوع إلى شيء نحبه ونريد أن نقضي أوقاتنا في هذا الموضوع. Kerja redha je lah dari yang dapat. Buat je lah. فبعض الناس أن إذا سألناه لماذا أنت تخصصت في هذا اخترت هذا التخصص؟ لأني ملأت الاستمارة ولم يعطوني تخصصات أخرى. سمعنا وأطعنا هكذا. طيب، لا إشكال. يعني أحيانا الناس هكذا يبدأ في حياته أحيانا، يعني بدون أي mail. There is no inclination, no interest, but gradually with time he started to see the interesting part of everything. So like I said, that when you go deeper and you make effort to really go into something, sometimes at the end you'll find the sign of Allah there. Nurim ayatina fil afaq, fi everything. So soal minat tak minat ni kadang-kadang relatif. Awal ni tak minat, tapi the moment you see the connection between him and Allah through that path, through that task, then minat tu akan timbul. But seeing it, sometimes dia tak sedar. With knowledge dia sedar, nampak oh ada connection. Kenapa dia minat something? Sebab Allah dah bawa dia untuk minat perkara tu, tapi dia tak sedar hal tu. So minat ni kadang-kadang sangat relatif dan sangat tak boleh dipercayai lah pada saya, pada mereka awal-awal ni. Dia tak minat, tiba-tiba minat tiba-tiba tak minat. Tu berlaku banyak kali dah saya tengok of my life, and with going through the life of supervisees, the life of students yang dulu tak minat ni, tiba-tiba dah jadi pakar dalam bidang tu pula. Okay, so saya agak kurang percaya pada soal minat. Sedangkan makanan pun boleh berubah minat kan. So al-ba'd la yuhibbu al-at'imah allati masalan ja'at min Korea مثلا. بعض الناس لا يجدوا لذة في الأطعمة التي جاءت من Korea. Tak suka dia. Apa dia? Komis tu. Kimchi. Ramen tak boleh masuk. Lainnya saya tak sama dengan budu sampai baca. Lakin ba'da muddah sara yuhibbuha. selepas beberapa tempoh tu هو يحب هذه الأطعمة تتغير أنها هكذا. طيب هي ليست يعني هكذا نقول fix, it's not fix. طيب فأقول كيف نحاول، إما أن نحاول أن نبحث عن موضوع يعني علاقة هذا الموضوع مع الحياة أو علاقة هذا الموضوع مع النقاشات الموجودة في الساحة. طيب مثلا أحيانا لما أعطينا موضوع لا نعرف شيئا عن هذا الموضوع، لكن عندما بدأنا نبحث عن هذا الموضوع ونبحث عن التبادل بين الأساتذة أو الحوارات بين الناس في الساحة. Okay, so we look at perhaps social media or in conferences or in proceedings of conferences, we find that people are discussing and debating this subject. Sometimes say, oh, I need to know, I need to understand, I need to solve this problem. Then you start to build the interest in that topic. So it's not like something that we can say wahyu lah macam sebut tadi. It's not just something that you just wait and or try to think minta Allah supaya aku minat topik ni. Okay. Ya Allah, make me happy and make me have interest in this topic. But you have to participate in the process. Okay. This is a part of the lesson of life. Anything that we ask from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, we ask from religion, we have to participate in the process. That is very, very important. Okay. Nak bebaskan negara ke apa, you have to participate. It's not just by sitting down and say, oh, please make it happen. We have to participate in order to be like, oh, doctor, I cannot master Arabic. لا أريد لا أستطيع أن أتحدث بالعربية. أنا ضعيف في اللغة العربية. هكذا. لا أجد وقتا للتحدث بالعربية، أو أنا ضعيف منذ المدرسة الابتدائية. أنا ضعيف منذ إيش؟ روضة الأطفال. روضة الأطفال kita kata bukan Roضة Firdaus. Tinggi dah, sesyik dah. روضة الأطفال kita kata. أو أنا ضعيف منذ أن كنت في رحم أمي. Dalam rahim Nabi saya dah lemah dah bahasa Arab gitu. لا أحيانا نحتاج لا يعني نشارك، لكن نعمل نسعى. نسعى. فلذلك نحن عندما طواف kan, طواف apa? Salah satu pada amalan min amali al-hajj. Al-hajj, ma makna al-hajj lughatan? Ya, al-hajj lughatan. You ada device yang guna lah. Al-hajj lughatan ni. Kalau pakai al-ma'ani kan, biasa pakai al-ma'ani, biasa pakai al-bahis al-arabi, maqayis al-lughah. Al-hajj lughatan al-qasdu kan. Okay, sampai pukul berapa ni untuk bahas? Okay. Ya, saya cakap kadang lupa, tak habis soalan ni. Okay. Al-hajju al-qasdu. Okay. So if we have qasad, if we have aim, we have intention, so it is taught to us how to fulfill or how to achieve our aim through the hajj. First you do tawaf. Yeah. You do tawaf. You look from different angles and perspective. So if you want to, even now, if you want to do your assignment, first you have to go tawaf. Tawaf where? Bukan tawaf IUM. Kata, not tawaf mahallah. Not even tawaf around your katil or your bed. Just tawaf. So you from different perspective, different angle. Then I lie, look at the shilid. Then lie, look at right. And lie down, look at left. Then lie down, change my position. That tawaf will not bring you to anywhere. هذا لا الطواف ايش؟ في المراجع. الطواف في المكتبات. الطواف عندها الأساتذة. ليس الطواف الطواف حول الأستاذ. عند أستاذ بوليس I want to do طواف. And he said, "Antum taj'alni hadha waliy min awliya'illah." That's a tawaf. How does like it? Tawaf fi ma'arifihi. We ask him, we pose many questions from different perspectives, different questions. Okay, and on the ustaz, or go to the library, look from different perspectives, different angles, different sources, various sources. Okay, so we have the library as well. It's not sometimes just from our department, but at the library they have also courses in order to interact or to find references, in order to deal with many types and kinds of references. It's not only physical books. You have journals, you have proceedings, you have what? E-books, you have online journals, you have like academic platforms. So how do we have to familiarize ourselves with all the sources? So we have dah masuk dah bab ni, mawadhi', masadir and maraja'. Okay, so the first principle of masadir and maraja' is always to do tawaf. Then sometimes in doing tawaf, you even consider things which are from the worldly domain or from the non-Muslims sometimes. Okay. Sebab kita ambil perspektif tu not only the perspective that we want, but whatever perspective that we have in the world. Tengok tawaf ni, the best part of yourself kanan. Okay. Kiri tu dia pergi ke al-yasar ila Jamil Ka'bah. Lakin al-yamin daiman yu'abbir al-aqwa. Okay, the best effort yamin. Okay, so the yamin tu dia tengok semua hala, daripada kanan pusing rukun tu rukun sampai patah balik. You do one tawaf, and then not only one tawaf, repeated cycle 7 times of tawaf. So sometimes we have to repeat going through sources, or repeat your reading of a certain book. Okay, repeat and give the best effort. And sometimes if you remember the history of tawaf, why the men, limadha al-rijal hunaka ittiba' lil-rijal, dia buka tu al-ihram, libas al-ihram, fa nahnu naftah wa nuzhir al-katf al-ayman huna, naj'al al-izar tahta al-ibt kada. Okay, so we show that this part. Why? In tawaf, what is the reason for ittiba'? What is the story behind ittiba'? Because the Quraysh, the Mushrikeen in Makkah said that these people, Sahaba and the Prophet went to Medina. Medina was known as the place of wabah. So said they will come very weak. They will be affected by the wabah of Medina, by the disease of Medina. Athara alayhim amrad aw wabah al-Madinah. Faqala Rasulullah nahnu nuzhiru lahum quwwatana. Okay, so that is not part of the original ibadah, right? That's not part of original tawaf. That is to respond to the question or to the problem coming from the kuffar, coming from the mushrikeen. So sometimes when you do references, you find questions, you find reactions, you find refutations, rudud coming from non-Muslim, or questions from those who are in seeking for the truth, questions from different angles and perspective. So you take that into consideration. So
boleh share screen dekat sana.
Oh, so I need to log into live tu. Okay. Lama pula nak buat video ni. Link tu ada kat mana?
Ustaz boleh join guna kod. Kod
ada hantar kat saya?
Tak ada.
Hantar kat saya?
Hantar kat Ustaz. Okay, sekejap.
Okay. Let's just say before we log into Google Meet, and then those who are on Google Meet can join us. But it's better to come and we have the hands-on practice. So very sorry for the first part bahas ni, we have done a bit of practice yang kita lipat. Okay. So now I have spoken of tawaf. Okay. That going through different sources, going through different various references, various ustaz, various perspectives, sometimes even from friends or seniors, just to have an idea, okay, to give an idea. So we cannot that, okay, just go to 1, 2, 3 and then we feel okay, that's okay. Okay. What are the databases that can help us in terms of Arabic references? Okay, so dia dah cakap kan, kena tawaf. Okay, one of the tempat yang kita pergi tawaf ni kat mana? Okay, Maktabah Syamilah. Okay. But in order for us to consult Maktabah Syamilah, we have to be very careful. Now, Maktabah Syamilah has different versions, okay, different various editions. Okay, I'm not sure which one that you are referring to. Yang the latest one yang mana? Saya dah tak ikuti dah Maktabah Syamilah. Maktabah Syamilah latest one? Telegram. Okay. Okay. For Maktabah Syamilah, I think we have different editions, various editions, versions of Maktabah Syamilah kan. This is the Syamilah 4.0. I'm not sure if there is another latest Syamilah, but I think the latest that I have is 4.0 and the original Syamilah lah. Saya punya tu Syamilah yang lama. Okay. This is Maktabah Syamilah, the old one. Are you using this one or no? Online Syamilah. Okay. They are like apa Ijabiyat wa Salbiyat di Islam Syamilah Al-Raqmiyah التي على النت. Online Syamilah. Because sometimes, most of the time, the paging number is not as the printed books. الترتيب لا يوافق المطبوع. لذلك إذا استخدمنا الشاملة أحيانا في التنسيقات وفي الترقيم نحن لا نستطيع أن نحول إلى الموضع الصحيح أو نشير إلى الموضع الصحيح. لذلك أحيانا إذا استخدمت مشاملة ووضع
if you place in the footnote kitab Ar-Risalah for instance, Maktabah Syamilah, the lecturer will not count this as research. This is just a search of copy and paste. Okay. So don't do that. If you want to refer to online Shamilah, you have to find the exact place in the physical book or in the PDF. Find the exact place of your citation in the physical book. You have the physical book, maybe like you say, I have kitab, for instance, kitab Al-Iqna', for instance. Then I couldn't find the exact word that I'm looking for. أنا أبحث عن هذا المكان أو هذه العبارة لم أجد هذه العبارة، فاستخدمت الشاملة حتى تساعدني للوصول إلى العبارة في أي مكان، في أي باب، في أي صفحة. بعد ذلك أرجع إلى الكتاب المطبوع وأخذه من الكتاب المطبوع. كذلك الأرقام، رقم الجزء ورقم الصفحة هي أرقام صحيحة. وإلا صارت لا نستطيع أن نتأكد من صحة هذه العبارات. ثم الأمر الآخر، أحيانا النسخ الرقمية، the digital copies, not the PDF, the digital like manipulated copies, رقمية yang نسخة itu أحيانا تطرأ عليه التحريفات والتغييرات. So sometimes we have corruptions or errors or like they key in the information wrongly, so we have a different version of the kitab. So that is why we are still in need of the physical kitab at the moment. Still the standard of the academic work at the moment is still referring to the physical or the copy of the physical in the form of non-manipulated or the PDF, non-editable book. Otherwise, the Raqmiyah can be. So, if you use something like this, Maktabah Shamilah, you just ignore the name of the Maktabah. So, if you look at the name of Maktabah, it's Maktabah Husainiyah Shamilah, because this is my own Maktabah, my Husaini. So, I arrange it myself. Let's say you want to look at what kitab do you want to refer to? هاتينا مثال للكتاب الذي نريد أن نبحث عنه. رياض الصالحين مثلا. Susah nak tulis tu, kat sini. رياض الصالحين. So you have sometimes not the real Riyadh al-Salihin, tapi ada tahqiq. So you keep looking. Tengok ada kat sini. Ini Dalilul Falihin. Ma'nahu syarah atau Ta'liqul Latif. So Tatris Riyadh al-Salihin. So keep searching Dalilul Arifin until we find Riyadh al-Salihin. This is syarah. So the apa tu we put syarah. So this could be Riyadh al-Salihin. This one, Riyadh al-Salihin, Tahqiq al-Fahal. Something like that. So we have Riyadh al-Salihin, then you can just click and go to Riyadh al-Salihin. But another thing is not by searching, just by بطريق المجلدات، البحث في المجلدات. مثلا هنا مجلد الحديث، مجلد علوم الحديث، مجلد. طيب هذه ليست موجودة في الشاملة العامة. لا أدري طريقة الترتيب في الشاملة العامة الآن كيف هي. هذا ترتيب من عندي، يعني أنا عملت إعادة. I arrange all the books in my شاملة. So that is why Maktabah Husainiyah. Let's say كتب الشروح الحديثية. شروح الكتب الستة، شروح صحيح البخاري. So in all the version of Shamilah, sometimes you find this box in front of the name. So what is meant by this box? That it has a PDF within this Shamilah. So whatever happened, أي شيء حصل للموقع الذي في الإنترنت، مثلا هذه الأيام موقع ARKHS، هذا تمت قرصنة موقع ARKHS. This big hack or hijack So we cannot access archive.com kan, the PDF libraries tu. So now we don't have the PDFs online. But if you have this Shamila, the PDFs are stored in your drive. Okay, so whatever happened on the internet, the PDF loss or whatever, you still have the PDFs in your storage. So this Shamila, you can, for instance, Fathul Bari, Ibn Rajab, click on this and you find the Shamila, and this icon is red in color, meaning that the PDF is stored in the storage, okay, in the drive. So if you go for any book, Kitab Wassalam, then click on the PDF, you find the PDF of the same book, or if not, if it doesn't appear here, then you can click on the folder and it will bring you to the folder of the PDF. The folder is within your, or is inside your external drive. So it's like the whole library is with you in your external hard disk, or now you have the SSD kan, tak pakai external, anyone who use SSD. Okay. So external could be like a bit more, kalau terentak apa semua dia hilang. Okay. So it is prone to tapi dia ada yang SSD tu. No, the PDF. Okay. So you can click the PDF and read the PDF here. So we have the PDF of Fathul Bari of Ibn Rajab Al-Hanbali. Okay. That is one of the sources of finding references. Okay. Maktabah Syamilah. Where else? We أين الموضع الآخر للبحث عن المراجع بالعربية؟ ها؟ التراث. Is that any another application? Because I'm not familiar with turath. Maktabah Nur. Okay. So Maktabah Nur, that is to download kan. Maktabah Nur you have to download that is PDF. Okay. But the academic database, okay, academic database, you can go to IIUM library, you'll find some of the databases that IIUM subscribes. Yeah, they subscribe to these databases, and you can find like Al-Manhal, for instance. Go to IIUM library tu. Ni here online databases and books ni apa dia? So we have all the database. Kita tengok situ database. I think there is one Al-Manhal e-books. Okay. That is for Arabic references. But sometimes, كما قلت, عندما نبحث عن المراجع والمصادر نحن لا نتقيد بالمراجع العربية. Okay, we shouldn't confine our search to Arabic references because we are not in the process of writing. We are in the process of collecting information, collecting data. في جمع المعلومات فنجمع المعلومات من المصادر والمراجع العربية أو الإنجليزية أو الماليزية، أو إذا أتقنتم لغات أخرى لا أدري أردية الصينية أو ما إلى ذلك، فتتبعون المعلومات من مصادر مختلفة، ثم في الكتابة تكتب باللغة المطلوبة. إذا كان المحاضر يطلب منك اللغة العربية فتكتب بالعربية، إذا كان يطلب منك الإنجليزية فتكتب بالإنجليزية. فلا إشكال في المصادر المراجع بأي لغة كانت المصادر المراجع. You have Al-Manhal here, but another database to search for references is Al-Manzuma. So this Al-Manzuma, mandumah.com. Yes, this is very useful, particularly for academic references. Mandumah.com. Go for Manzumah, then you can go for the database. Okay, bila kita buka sini Manzumah ni, Lama pula nak sampai. Is it? Because I think Wi-Fi, yang Wi-Fi. هنا قاعدة معلومات الرسائل الجامعية. لما هنا الضغط هنا للدخول إلى القاعدة to access the database. So if you can search for it, then maybe you can bookmark the website, and then you can easily go here and search for any articles or thesis written in Arabic concerning your subject. So what is the mawdu' you want to do? Mawdu' on what? What is your subject of bahth? Bagi satu contoh. Mawdu' al-bahth. Tak dengar. Kuat sikit. الصحابة من هو من الصحابي من؟ نقول مثلا أبو ذر، لكن هذا ليس بحثا هكذا. لو بحثنا عن أبو ذر تأتيك نتائج في يعني المقالة أو الرسائل المتعلقة أو في عنوانها أبو ذر، مثلا أبو ذر الهروي سيرة وأثر. هنا الملتقى الدولي الأول، الملتقى من the conference or symposium or colloquium. Then many other Abu Dhar. من رجال الإصلاح أبو ذر الغفاري في مجلة هدى الإسلام. Okay, so you have the many sources on Abu Dhar. مجلة المجمع العلمي. أبو ذر الغفاري وآراؤه الفقهية في العبادات، رسالة ماجستير, master thesis on Abu Dhar al-Ghifari. Then you can find more information like this is in University of Imam Muhammad bin Saud, Riyadh. So this can be helpful for, let's say you want to do literature review. دراسات سابقة. ما هي المقالات والرسائل السابقة التي كتبت في الموضوع. So this is very important in Bahth. We have to know who have written or treated the subject before you. That will show that before you do your research or your assignment, you have done what is required really from the assignment to train you to be familiar with sources. So if you don't include, even though you don't take something from the book or the article, but you don't convey that, when you don't demonstrate that you have gone through the sources, so the examiner or the lecturer will assume that maybe the student didn't really do the assignment. They just write something out of their thinking or like reading one article on the internet and then just roll again. So in order to demonstrate that you have done a thorough research, sometimes you have to show that there are some works related to this. I have consulted this work. قرأت هذا وهذا وهذا. فالبحث الذي أقدمه وأسلمه لك هي من خلاصة ما فهمته وأخذته من البحوث والدراسات المتعددة. So that they will show that, okay, this has been trained as a researcher. So otherwise, there's no difference between a researcher and a photocopy machine. Or photocopy machine can do the same thing, or AI can do the same thing. But when you combine data from various sources, it will be reflected in your assignment, and the lecturer or the staff with his experience can see to what extent the student has done the research. So that is how you go for a higher mark in assignment. Okay. So we have some kena dulu tawaf lah. Tawaf in the databases. even tawaf with colleagues, with friends, tanya ustaz, tanya guru-guru, even tanya dalam AI, so to make sure that you have adequate, sufficient amount of references, ada references. I think most of the asatizah will not ask for like 100 references, kan? Ada. That is for master, macam tu kan? For me personally, my classes, 3 references, 5 references. Even 5 references sometimes, the student didn't include any of the references. So, I'm not sure, you did your research or not? That will somehow convey the impression that the student didn't do the assignment since the beginning of the day of assigning. Okay. So maybe he did it like 2 days before the submission date. Then he didn't manage to find all the references, he just include whatever that he can write and then put 1 reference. So that will reduce marks here and there. Marks in terms of formatting, marks in terms of argument, munaqashah, because it will not be as in order. Not have it will not show any flow of idea, flow of argument. And also the number of references, 5 references. I think if you give some time, then you can find it easy, very easy. 5 references. هذا سهل جدا. تبحث عن 5 مراجع، 7 مراجع، 10 مراجع حتى في أسبوع تستطيع أن تبحث عن هذا. لأن أحيانا الموضوعات ليست هي موضوعات في مرحلة ماجستير أو مرحلة دكتوراه، هي موضوعات لتدريب الطلبة على البحث وعلى التعرف على المصادر والمراجع. Okay. So at this level, references, is there anything that you would like to ask? Ada apa nak tanya? Okay, references ni, sources. Yeah. So with regard to the citation semua, kemudian saya tunjuk. Of course, all of this will require like 1 semester course kan. Kita compress semua jadi dalam 1 pagi. Okay, but let's say siyaghatul bahth, how to phrase the arguments, phrase your text. دكتور أنا لا أتقن العربية كيف أعمل؟ اكتب أولا من قبل نفسك ثم تستعين إما بالأساتذة أو بالإخوة بالأصدقاء. يعني you ask for help for those who are who are better than you in Arabic, or you can ask for help from AI, from Quillbot. Now you have many tools to help you in terms of rectifying or help you in phrasing your arguments. Ili siyaghati an-nusus, how to write. Okay, so you write it from your own self, because if you ask AI from the beginning, it will show differently. Okay. So some of the lecturers sometimes he asks you in class, he asks you, sa'alaka fil fasl, ma ma'na kaza, ma ma'na al-iqtisad al-islami, فأنت تجيب. الاقتصاد الإسلامي هو أمور أشياء تتعلق الناس عمل بيع شراء وهكذا. فهو يعرف مستواك اللغوي من خلال طريقتك في الرد. ثم بعد ذلك في assignment مستوى اللغة يرتقي إلى مرحلة أستاذ كذا, like a professor writing. So he knows at that time that this is not done by the student. Because he is familiar with you during the semester. And that some of the terms used in that assignment, terms which are not used in most of the sources. The AI invented that term. AI اخترع تلك المصطلحات. فعرف ما معنى هذا. هو يعني أستاذ بحاجة إلى البحث عندما يقرأ assignment. يعني الأستاذ الخبير بالموضوع أعطاك عنوان, he gave you the topic, you did an assignment, and the result of your assignment, the Ustad need to do another assignment to understand your assignment. So he says that, whoa, this is a very high level assignment. He knows immediately that this is not done by the student, because he himself now required to do assignment, to do searching. What is meant by this? Okay, so you may say that, okay, some ustaz did the read, some ustaz they go through, or some of them they will scan through the assignment. They look at the part which are really interesting, really strong, that represent the idea of the student, then they focus on that part. Or some just randomly they take, I did this sometimes. Randomly, I take some of the paragraph, put it on internet, just go Google search. And I find that this is the exact copy of another website on the internet. Okay, so if that happens, the lecturer or the ustad deserve to give nothing, to give 0, because it is based on sole plagiarism. Okay, so it is known as sarqah al-almiyah, mencuri akademik, pencuri akademik. So it deserve to not give any mark. So, and it actually it can be reported, okay, but because some, the occurrence are, quite common in the previous semesters, then okay, we try to reduce it, try to make it like not a common thing to copy and paste from the internet. Don't do that. لا تنسخ هذا. فأحيانا نعمل هكذا عشوائيا, randomly. We just take a فقرة, take 2 or 3 sentences, put it on Google. That is it. There is another way to upload all the papers into a software known as Turnitin. That software is to check for plagiarism. It can give all the report. So for master level, PhD level, when the student completed the thesis, عندما تم انتهى من الكتابة, نحن نضع رسالته في ترنيتين. هذا البرنامج يعطي لك كم نسبة الباحث أخذ من الآخرين من الاقتباسات. So the nisbah should not exceed, for instance, 30% or 20%. So sometimes you cannot avoid, but you take the words of Shafi'i, you take the words of al-Baghdadi, you take the words of Ibn Hajar. So there would be a percentage of similarity, nisbah at-tashabuh, percentage of similarity. But if it exceeds, it means like the work is merely copy and paste. There is no analysis. Okay. فالصياغة تحتاج إلى analysis. فنقول هنا المناقشة، مناقشة الموضوع، الطريقة من أسهل الطرق أن تضع هكذا نقطة وشرح نقطة ومثال. This is like the secondary school punya essay. Okay, point, elaboration, example. Do it like that for your assignment. If you couldn't find of a way to creatively express the idea, then just do according to that arrangement or that order. Okay, so we have like how many paragraph? Every paragraph for 1 point. Okay, كل فقرة يتعامل مع نقطة واحدة. Okay, 1 point. Then elaboration of that point, then the example. Okay, so that's how you arrange the content of the assignment, siyarah and munaqashah. إذا كان هناك اختلاف بين العلماء في الموضوع, okay, how do you express or how do you convey the ikhtilaf? How do you write about the ikhtilaf? We have to make sure that when you cite, if you cite more than 5 or 6, then you have to refer to their books. If you say هذه المسألة اختلف فيها الناس فقال الشافعي وأبو ثور والليث, then you have to refer, where did you get the opinion of Shafi'i? Where did you get the opinion of Abu Thawr? Where did you get the opinion of Thawri, for instance? So the more you mention the names, the more references you need in order to verify the citation. So another way is just to go for the mu'asir, a person who like concluded everything, put it in place. As ذكر مثلا محمد الزحيلي بأن العلماء اختلفوا في هذا على كذا, ف citation to Muhammad Zuhaili. So you leave the responsibility to Muhammad Zuhaili. At the undergraduate level, this is acceptable. But the master PhD, no. Okay, you cannot refer to secondary sources unless there is a significant to refer to secondary sources. You have to go to the primary, the original source. إلى المصادر الأصلية. فإذا كان أنت تريد أن تنقل الاختلافات يعني في هذه المرحلة لا بأس بنقل الاختلافات أو الآراء أو نقل خلاصة النقاش من كتاب معاصر أو من كتاب أو مرجع ثانوي secondary source. What else? Anything about the content and sirah? Okay. كيف يعني تستعين بChat GPT لإعادة الصياغة? If you want to ask Chat GPT to rephrase your sentences, how do you do? What is the prompt? كيف تعملون? Huh? How did you do? You didn't use Chat GPT before? It can be a helpful tool, but you know, it depends on the purpose lah. On the also what is required from you. For instance, if you want to publish in journals, they don't accept like paraphrasing by ChatGPT. Okay, you have to do it yourself. But bila Arabiah إذا أردت مثلا نحن نقول bagi satu ayat bahasa Melayu. Cerita-cerita apa pun lah yang agak-agak ilmiah sikit. Cuba. Projek apa? Atau kita cerita tentang program hari ini lah. Program hari ini, okay. Bengkel berkenaan assignment diadakan di Universiti Islam Malaysia, macam tu kan? Naqul nastaqdim al-Arabiyyah allati laysat yani jaydah. Macam mana nak sebut? Kita buat dengan apa spelling pun salah kan? Warsyah tu kita warsyah kita tak letaklah hamzah dia. Ta dia. Warsyah fi kita di al-bahth yuqamu fil jami'ah al-islamiyah. Lepas tu dia tersilap letak ta satu, Jami'ah Islami. Apa lagi? Wa yatahaddas wa yatakallam. Okay lah, bagi silap tu. Wa yatakallam fihi Ustaz Husaini. Okay. هب أو تخيل أن هذه العبارة التي نريد أن نكتبها كتبنا هكذا في البحث. فنريد أن لChat GPT لعمل إعادة الصياغة. ماذا تقول؟ إما أن تقول أعيد الصياغة أو تقول حسن الصياغة. فتقول مثلا حسن الصياغة. تجد جسم لا حسن الصياغة. Tak titik dua, buat macam tu. Baik. Kan lain tu ayat dia. Sayuqamu fil Jami'ah Islamiyah warshatun hawla kitabatil bahthi yulqiha al-Ustaz Husaini. Beza tadi ada banyak salah. Sekali dia dah i'adatus siyagah. Okay, paraphrasing. Dia boleh tulis macam tu. Baik, paraphrasing. If you ask from the beginning, okay, عن موضوع تكلم عن موضوع الصيام في الإسلام سنعرف مباشرة أنها من Chat GPT لأنها هناك يعني تنظيم خاص لChat GPT AI. لكن إذا كتبت من نفسك أنت عملت البحث من نفسك dah ada dah. Your arrangement of topics, of ideas, of paragraphs, everything. You just go for the chapter to make it, beautify it. Okay, make it according to the right grammar. Then it will not add something or it will not change the original composition, but it will just refine here and there. So you can see either siyagha or hasan siyagha. Okay. There are other paraphrasing tools, but this can be helpful. Okay. And you have also mana Bank اللغة العربية. طيب هذا Bank اللغة العربية. This is not the bank mata wang. So bank. هذا bank للأساليب والجمل. مثلا كتابة مقدمة الدراسة. كيف تكتب المقدمة؟ موجود هنا كتابة مقدمة الدراسة فيعطيك عبارات تمهيدية أو التعبير عن موضوع الدراسة بشكل مباشر. You want to directly speak of the موضوع. عبارات تمهيدية مثلا في ظل التطورات التكنولوجية. In light of the technological advancement. Then what? تأتي هذه الدراسة للتحقق من محاولات تطوير. This study is the reason for this study. للتحقق. Okay. يحاول هذا البحث. This study attempts or this research attempts to what? وهناك الكثير. التعبير عن موضوع الدراسة. يتناول هذا البحث كذا. ويتناول هذا البحث موضوع شرح موضوع تفسير القرآن عند القرطبي. يتناول هذا البحث فقه الزكاة. يتناول هذا البحث أركان التوحيد مثلا إذا كان موضوعك هكذا. فهذه أساليب متنوعة تختار أي من هذه الأساليب في التعبير عن الموضوع. وعندك أيضا إذا تحتاج إلى التعريف بالمصطلحات. مصطلح كذا يعني كذا ليس دائما الحج لغة القصد هكذا فقط. تتنوع أحيانا. قال مثلا إذا نظرنا في معاجم لغوية كلمة حاج تعني كذا. فيكون هناك نوع من التعبير الأكاديمي. ففي بعض الأبحاث أو تعليمات الأبحاث assignment protocols, some of the lecturers will include in the rubric the academic expression or academic style for the language. So they will give like maybe 8 marks for the language, for the academic style, because they don't want you to just write like terus hiwar or like dialogue or borak-borak kedai kopi macam tu. So you have to use the academic expression. So that this is where we can learn the academic expression. The academic expression sometimes require you to be to familiarize yourself over years, and it's not like you can write just by sitting the day one. You can just write everything completely finished. That will take from you like 4, 5, 6 years before you can write like spontaneously using academic expression. So this is part of the training, how to write. Why we have to follow academic expression? So that people can understand us. So that is why I said the maqasid al-bahs al-ilmi, number 2 is tawsil al-haq, menyampaikan kebenaran, menyampaikan al-haq, to convey al-khitab. Al-khitab هذا ليس لمسلم فقط, al-khitab هذا للجميع. نحن أمة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم محمد أرسل رحمة للعالمين. So we have to convey the message to the whole universe. Okay, so we have to master the language that we can speak to convey the message to the whole universe, not only to our friends or Malaysians, to Muslims. Okay, so the academic language somehow has been developed to make sure that those who participate in the academia can understand each other, use the right language, and also the etiquette, decorum, adab, semua yang dah dibangunkan secara bertahun-tahun dalam akademik. Okay. So صياغة البحث هذه من الوسائل التي تساعدنا في صياغة البحث العلمي أو صياغة الكلمات النصوص أو العبارات. Any question on this? صياغة. Munaqashah pun sekali lah. Okay. Formatting. Because there are many things related to formatting. But because sometimes it is up to the personal preferences. So just touch on some of the important things. First, assignment cover. Okay. It's not necessary to everyone. Not all lecturers will request for assignment cover. So if you are not requested, then it's not necessary to include assignment cover, especially if it is a printed assignment. Because some of the lecturers, they don't want to use paper. There's no trees you cut, wasting papers. So just reduce the use of paper. No need for the cover just to make the shi'ar logo and everything. Yeah? It's just the first page, like an article, the title, your name, and your metric number. It is very, very important to always include your name and metric number in everything, including the file name. File name is the most important thing, to have your metric number. Because file name can be like repeated many times, and then the lecturer can forget the bahasa. Use your sign. So that is related to assignment cover. Now, the first paragraph, do we need to say that this assignment البحث عملته بإشراف الأستاذ فلان فلان. أحيانا بعض الطلبة هم قلدوا رسالة الماجستير أو الدكتوراه. ماجستير أو الدكتوراه نعم الأستاذ أشرف على كتابة الرسالة، لكن البحث في المرحلة الجامعية الأستاذ لم يشرف. He didn't supervise me in preparing that assignment. So you said in the paragraph, this is by the supervision of the, it's not true. So sometimes it is directly, you go immediately to the topic. No need for that. Terima kasih Ustaz telah banyak berjasa. Depends on the lecturer. Some lecturers, he requested that, and for me personally, I will not ask for it. So that you go immediately to the topic. Okay. Or sabab ikhtiyar mawdu', sometimes this is not required. Okay. This is bahas ini adalah sebahagian, this is part of the requirement for this subject, and I did this assignment in order to benefit my friends and the ummah. So, your friends, although it's part of the training, but sometimes it's just like, yeah. In the assessment protocol, to follow a certain method, and then you have to put the acknowledgement. So that is personal preferences. It depends on the lecturer. It's not like one lecturer has like the same scheme and the same standard for everyone. Of unlimited tawsir. So most of the time, في الغالب في هذا في الأبحاث العربية، لأن في الغالب في الأبحاث العربية نستخدم footnotes. We use هوامش footnotes. Other citation style, they do not use footnotes. For APA, they don't use footnotes. So Chicago Manual of Style, you can go for quick citation. So Chicago Manual of Style, it has two styles as well. Okay. Notes and bibliography, author date style. So we use notes and bibliography because we have footnotes. Okay. Author date ni dia dalam tu dia yaqulu fulan dalam kurungan tarikh an-nashr. In bracket tarikh an-nashr. فهذا لا نستخدمه غالبا في الأبحاث العربية. نستخدم الهوامش والقائمة المراجع في نهاية البحث. So he will mention how do you cite book or website. Okay. For book, for instance, here he notes inside the text and in footnotes. Okay. So Charles Yu interior and the details of publication. So the date at the end, not after the name. That is American Psychological Association, APA style. So we have to remember that in many of the abhas in Arabic, we use Chicago Manual of Style, not APA. So, and it will say this is in the notes, in the footnotes, and this is at the end of the research. Okay? At the end of the chapter, you have bibliography, Qa'imah al-Maraja', or you want to include at the end, Qa'imah al-Maraja'. This is how you cite it. Okay, so this is italic, the dot. Okay, this is now without the information concerning the details of publication, not inside the bracket. This is inside the bracket. So there is a difference between footnotes and Qa'imatu al-Maraja'. But how do we do this? Now we have to study a little bit on Chicago Manual of Style. There are some like citation generator on the internet. You can use citation generator, and you can ask also how do I use Chicago Manual of Style in Arabic. But I will show a little bit of how to use software like Zotero in this evening session when we look at how to use Microsoft Word and how to include citation in Microsoft Word, making it automatically list, making all the references automatically list. That will be in the session on Microsoft Word. But as far as the formatting for assignment is concerned, okay, so we have to make sure that we use the right citation style. But sometimes some of the lecturers will say, no, I want you to use APA. Or if he stipulated, if he stipulates what citation style that you have to use, then you use the way we can benefit from, and then maybe the question, the main question at the end and at the beginning, then the answer will be in the khulasa, the answer to the whole discussion. Or you can maybe summarize, but try to bring something new with the summary. And for some lecturers, they will ask also for iqtirahat or maybe like suggestion, proposal, okay, for future endeavors in the subject, in the topic, what you can do regard to the topic. So then you have to be sure to be aware of what are the requirements of khulasa according to personal lecturer, according to individual lecturer, the preference of the lecturer. Okay. I think that's all with regard to assignment. هذه كلها ما تتعلق بكتابة البحث، وإن كانت هذه تحتاج إلى فصل واحد لكي نتحدث عن التفاصيل المتعلقة، لكن باختصار هذه أمور مهمة لا بد من مراعاتها، لا بد من الاهتمام بها في إعداد البحث وتسليم البحث. طيب، هل لك سؤال أو سؤالان قبل أن نختم أو نستريح؟ Okay. So, yeah.
For writing assignment, Hmm. Hmm.
So how can we structure our writing so it's not going to be quality throughout the constitution?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, plagiarize. Okay. No. هذا الذي نحتاج إلى في الغالب نحتاج إلى أن نقول نعطي بخلاصة الأفكار بدلا من اقتباس. الاقتباس لا نعمل لا نذهب إلى الاقتباس إلا في حالة الحاجة الشديدة للاقتباس. إذا كان مثلا هذا الكلام مجرد لبيان الجواز أو لبيان المنع فلا لا يحتاج إلى اقتباس من قول عالم. لكن إذا كان هناك نقطة, there's a very significant word, very significant phrase in the statement of that scholar, then you need a citation. Otherwise, to the quotation. Otherwise, we don't go for quotes. If we can paraphrase, we can convey the idea without quoting. Unless hadith. But in some of the articles, sometimes you even paraphrase. You don't quote the hadith. The Prophet asked us or commanded us to do this. Just paraphrase the meaning of the hadith. So that is one way to reduce similarity percentage. Yeah. But of course, there is there's a certain technique to do better things. But with time, with experience, you know how to whilst avoiding plagiarism, avoiding too many quotes in the lesson. هناك سؤال آخر؟ Yeah. Everything is clear? Now.
So for example, like for example, instance like in self-pad doing Arabic, language with Kulia as far as quality. So sometimes, like writing assignments could be like a little bit tricky to pursue developing our Arabic. So is there any advice maybe that you can assign while we're still like
Learning.
working on our Arabic? So this could be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay. So that is, I think, for the lecturers is to consider the level first on the part of the lecturer. He needs to ask for the level of, very high level of Arabic. Sometimes he just try to understand what the student is trying to convey. So, but I have also talked about how do you improve experience or phrasing. Okay? So you can ask help now. Okay? Previously it was very difficult, but now we have some tools, some software to help you in phrasing, to help. And it's not only for assignment. Sometimes you just use it for make it like a game or everyday game. You wake up from the morning. Today I want to speak on something. Speak it in Arabic and say to ChatGPT, Hassin as-siyagha. Hide as-siyagha. You look at how the siyagha done by ChatGPT, is different from your own siyagha. You compare it, then you learn something that day. Previously, you have to find a colleague or friend from maybe a native speaker to have conversation. Now we can do it even now on your bed. Okay. There's no reason, no excuse to not master the language. You have all the tools. It's just discipline and the perseverance and creativity. So now even not using the whole browser can have like the ChatGPT as an app in your device, and even you can talk to ChatGPT. Too lazy to type, you can just talk, and then he put it in writing, and he responds to it. So speak to the AI on text. For instance, with your name is what? Muhammad Aiman. Hi ChatGPT. Do you know who is Muhammad Aiman? Hal ta'rif man huwa Muhammad Aiman? So make it interesting. And then learn language from that. So I think there are certain things on the part of the lecturer to consider the level. certain thing is our strategy to master the Arabic. I have given some tools that can help you. I think the next session in Taqdim نتحدث أكثر عن كيف نرقي مستوى اللغة العربية في الجلسة المتعلقة بالتقديم. I think بعد macam okay lah. I think after 10 minutes or 15 minutes نراكم إن شاء الله. نستريح قليلا. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Khairil Husaini, for your wonderful explanation just now. أصدقائي الأعزاء، بناء على ما قد ناقشنا من قبل مع الدكتور، هل أنتم تفهمون كلها جيدا؟ إن شاء الله أرجو أن نتمكن من فهم كل شيء بشكل جيد إن شاء الله. Dear brothers and sisters, before we proceed to the next class, we will take a short break in 10 minutes to recharge ourselves for the next class. Thank you, and you may take your break.
Assalamualaikum. Alhamdulillah.
Hari
Wassalam.
Jumaat depan
Apa tu?
dia kata tak free lah.
Dia kata,
So, FYP.
oh ya, Jumaat ke?
Macam
Khamis kot. Sekejap, saya nak kena check balik. Khamis tu berapa bulan?
Khamis kot. Khamis kalau minggu depan.
Bukan. Jumaat 25 kan? Khamis 24. Okay. Itu saya cakap Khamis pukul berapa?
Oh, yang tu saya kena tanya pada Dr. Mula saya kata Jumaat ni kan? Hari ni kan?
Saya tanya tu minggu depan saya tanya. Tapi kalau lah Jumaat ni ada. Lepas tu punya hari ni ada program ni. Lepas tu Khamis ni saya ingat nak buat petang lah. Kalau yang lain ada kelas pagi. Tapi sekarang ni pukul 2-3 tu ada visit daripada Indonesia. Jurnal ke department. Tapi saya tak boleh nak tangguh apa FYP ni, takut lambat. Apa dia? Oh, biasanya kalau kita ambil maklumat daripada reference, kita kena bagi tahu kita ambil daripada reference mana. So kita kena letak dalam footnote. Footnote bukan macam apa catatan kaki sahaja, tapi dia, asal footnote ialah untuk pengesahan sumber. Kita ambil dari mana. Then kadang-kadang kalau kita buat ayat tapi ayat tu perlukan lagi huraian, kita boleh guna footnote juga, tapi kat situ tak perlu letak references. Okay. Ya?
Hari Khamis tu berapa?
Saya cuba kami depan lah. Kalau tak ni pun kita mungkin ajak ke Assoc lah ni. Kalau rumah jurnal tu lawatan dia lepas Johor.
Jadi sebenarnya sekarang
Ya.
saya tak ikut tadi tiba.
Tak apa. Ada air minum? Ya. Oh, dia. Sebab dia kena maktabah yang langgan semua tu kena bayar. Kalau UIA tak bayar, kita tak boleh buka. Kena berlangganan. So ada setengah tu dia cuma letak, dia beritahu ada PDF tapi kita tak boleh, memang tak boleh akses lah PDF tu. Bukan semua ada yang dapat, ada yang tak dapat. Dia bergantung kepada, sebab manzumah dia cuma macam platform yang pengkalan data. Dia ambil data dia tu daripada website-website yang pelbagai, jurnal yang pelbagai. Contohnya ada jurnal dia open access. So bila manzumah masukkan maklumat dia, kita tetap boleh akses sebab jurnal asal tu dah open access lah.
Manzumah ni hanya macam dia macam pekalan data. Dia beritahu dia dekat sini majalah sana.
So yang maktabah syamilah tadi tu Ustaz kata yang tak berapa, tak boleh nak tu sangat sebab
Biasa.
surat kita.
Dia biasanya kalau dalam maktabah syamilah macam mana tunjuk. Kat bawah ni ada number ni kan. Number volume dan number page. Kadang-kadang ni tak betul. Bawah ni. Kadang-kadang selalunya tak betul. So kita dapat maklumat sini tapi dalam kitab yang sebenar bukan pada muka surat ni.
Ni boleh juga kalau kita cari pada maktabah syamilah, pasti kita
Kena rujuk asal. Rujuk kita asal. Sebab tu saya kata kena rujuk kita asal dan tak boleh dalam citation kita letak tajuk lepas tu dia punya maklumat penerbitan maktabah syamilah. Tu tak boleh lah. Sebab maktabah syamilah tu bukan kita asal. Dia cuma platform je. Assalamualaikum. كيف حالك؟
I'm a student.
Ya, saya dah tatbiq. InsyaAllah.
We use this site for one ayats we can get our tafsir.
Ya, tafsir. But I'm not sure if this because there are many websites, so we're not sure whether the tafsir may be like the right tafsir, but the volume and page is according to the original one or not. So if let's say that the publisher or your lecturer or university and I said that you cannot use online references. Okay, so the paging number here cannot be used. We have to refer to the original tafsir.
So when we give the footnotes, we will have to give the page numbers.
Page number of the original, the physical one. Unless the university said that online can be used. Okay,
So no problem.
no problem. But I think at the moment most of them will not allow using the online referring number because the online can be manipulated.
Yeah.
Can be edited because we don't really know which one is the right. Although logically we'll say that it's the same tafsir Tabari. So we now in the new era. Why don't we just avoid the number of page? So maybe I'm not sure. Maybe like 5 years ahead. I mean, in the future, 6 years in the future, academia will change and say that just use any tafsir Tabari wherever. Then that because the thesis can be also checked by AI. So at the moment still there are like standards which are fixed for the academia. Thank you. Salam ya.
Sembilan yang sama tu, version berapa?
Lama tu.
Kalau saya download.
You can download yang Jamilah yang lama tu tapi tak samalah dengan susunan saya ni. Yang saya ni memang private, saya punya. Saya buat sendiri kata bahasa Syamilah saya. Tapi kalau yang terkini saya tengok yang ni kot. Syamilah 4.0 ni. Sekejap, dia boleh buka sendiri. Slow juga Ini sebab tapi laptop saya ni.
Kalau selain
ni.
ada lagi apps yang sesuai untuk pelajar ni?
Kakak ni yang paling lengkap Syamilah, tapi kalau untuk hadis ada yang khas ke, tafsir ada khas ke. Tafsir ada satu apps yang khas, hadis ada Jawami' al-Kalim. Tapi kalau nak apa, nak bincang yang ni semua dia tak cukup saya sini. Kalau nak tunjuk kan salah satu function dia kena khas yang tentang apps saja. Syamilah saja pun kalau kita nak explore function dia mungkin 2 jam 3 jam baru kita boleh tengok macam mana nak susun Syamilah, nak guna Syamilah, nak manfaatkan teknik untuk mencari Syamilah kan. Perlukan satu session lain lah. Itu sebab saya kata kalau nak susun ni semua dia makan 1 semester lah. Tapi saya boleh tunjuk sikit-sikit lah kan. So most of the time you can explore by yourself. Boleh tengok cari kat YouTube how to, ataupun boleh tulis di internet kan, kaifa naf'al kadha fi Syamilah, atau Syamilah. Kadang-kadang ada jawapan ni. Ni kenapa dia tak buka lagi yang ni? Macam ni. Sebab mungkin saya tak install kat sini kot Syamilah. Yang ni Syamilah yang lagi besar.
Lagi besar maksudnya?
Yang baru lagi. Okey, masih. Saya tengok Syamilah.
Version yang 4.0.
Version tak, dia version dia panggil Al-Iksir. Ya. Ni. Yang ni mantap. Dia lain sikit daripada yang saya punya tu. Dia punya cara susun pun lain dalam ni. Cara dia lain.
Dan ni pun PDF juga.
Yang ni ada juga PDF. Tapi kena tahulah kat mana dia. Yang ni rasanya dia kena yang versi yang dekat saya ni dia kena download sendiri PDF tu masukkan.
Okay. Yang satu tu dia dah.
Saya rasa ada yang tu pun saya download sendiri juga banyaknya. Dia ada yang ada dan ada yang saya kena masukkan sendiri PDF tu. Saya download daripada internet, lepas tu saya linkkan dia dengan PDF tu. Saya rasa ada satu Syamilah yang ada, saya tak salah saya yang Elixir tu. Ya. Elixir ni, ni yang Elixir tu. Yang ni yang dia dah ada PDF banyak ah. Ya, Elixir ni mungkin saya boleh bagi, saya tak tahu dia punya size banyak mana, tapi kena ada berapa giga Elixir ni, Elixir Syamilah. Ni size dia. Kalau ada macam pendrive ke apa yang boleh ambil 48 giga ni, tapi makan masa dia nak kan kopi kan. Mungkin komiti ke apa, kalau komiti mana ada ambil, sama ada boleh download atau ambil daripada saya, lepas tu minta dia orang distribute nak tebal yang set ni. Jadi 48 kalau buat sekarang makan masa lah kan.
Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respected guests, we will continue our workshop. Now let me invite our respected speaker, Dr. Khairil Husaini bin Jamil, to start the second slot for Taqdim workshop. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. حتى ننتظر البقية إذا كانوا في الخارج فنبدأ قليلا أو نتحدث قليلا عن مكتبات الشاملة. عندنا أنواع إصدارات versions of شاملة. So I have here this is my own شاملة. For my own شاملة I have my own arrangement kat sini. Syuruh apa semua tu. Usually the Shamilah doesn't arrange kutub syuruh ni in this kind of arrangement. Letak semua sekali all in kutub syuruh. Ana وضعت هكذا شروح الكتب 6 شروح موطأ شرح مسند أحمد I mean to تصنيفات. I made categories so that to ease me in arriving assessing the references. So there was a question on the numbering page, why we shouldn't refer to Shamila in terms of volume and page number, because most of the time the previous or the older Shamila, let's say this one, okay? I'm not sure if this is the okay, let's say this one. Gharib al-Hadith li Ibn Salam, Qasim Salam. So you can see here, volume number 2, al-Juz' al-Thani, Safha al-Ula. وإذا فتحنا هنا so this we have like 6 volumes. In the Shamila you have only 4. So sometimes it is not according to the edition of that book. طبعا الكتاب العربي أو الكتب العربية غالبا هناك مطبعات كثيرة أو طبعات كثيرة. Okay, so one kitab can be many publishers. Okay, so you can have like Musnad Ahmad, Muassasah Risalah. Musnad Ahmad printed by Darul Hadith. Musnad Ahmad printed by Darul Kutub Al-Almiyah. So all this Musnad will have different page numbers, different volume. So the same hadith can be found on different page in Muassasah Risalah, and different page number in Darul Hadith, and different page number on in the version of Darul Kutub Al-Ilmiyah. So that is why when it comes to citation references, you have to mention who is the publisher. Okay. Darul Muassasah Risalah, Darul Kutub Al-Ilmiyah, or Darul Hadith, if you are referring to Husnan Ahmad. The same for any other books. Riyadhus Salihin. Riyadhus Salihin lagi lah. Many publishers. Darul Salam, Darul Fath, macam-macam. Then macam Arba'in Nawawiyah lagi lah. So we have to mention who is the publisher. And previously, we have to mention as well the publisher in which country or which state. So dekat situ kata Beirut, double dot tu untuk titik tindih tu menunjukkan dia merangkumi. So it's exhausted, or the coming information is located inside what is before that, the double dots. فلذلك عند البعض لم يكتبوا جيم مثلا جيم واحد صاد اثنين الجزء الأول صفحة اثنين الصفحة الثانية، لكن كتبوا في بعض الرسائل تجدون كتبوا هكذا واحد نقطة اثنين، معناه هذا الاثنين داخل الجزء الأول. So double dot means it macam contains, dia mengandungi yang datang sepatutnya. So Beirut mengandungi Muassasah Risalah. So Beirut double dot Muassasah Risalah, koma fasilah sanat al-nashr atau sanat al-tiba'ah. متى يشاهد في المراجع العربية غالبا كتبوا السنوات الهجرية، لكن في الأبحاث العلمية نحول هذه السنوات إلى سنوات ميلادية. So we change it, convert it to Gregorian year. Because of what? There is a reason behind that. Not because of this is Hijri Islamic, not because of that. Because of the automatic citation generator. There is another story lah behind that. That will bring us to another one session on that part only. But you can include the place of publication, the publisher, and the year of publication. لذلك نحن قلنا الترقيم في المكتبة الشاملة أحيانا لم يتفق مع الترقيم في المطبوع. It does not correspond to the page number in the printed edition. So if you submit the article, the assignment to someone, and he wants to verify your information, he will never find the source where you get the information from, because you are referring to a number that he cannot find the number, or you ask him to read the whole book again. It's like I have read the whole book in order to find this information. So if you want to verify my information, you have to read the whole book. So macam balas dendam lah. So to make it, writing is part of making it easier for people to access, to arrive at your idea. فلذلك قلنا أن المعلومات متعلقة بالأجزاء والأرقام هي لابد أن ننتبه إليها. ليس فقط للشاملة. There are books available online, but they are not PDF or printed version. They are not copy of printed version. They are editable online book, meaning that someone can come to the website and manipulate or edit the content of the book. So that sort of that type of works, the online ebook, at the moment the academia does not recognize that type of work. Although you may say Tafsir al-Tabari in Shamilah, in printed book, online version, editable online version, they are all the same Tafsir al-Tabari. So if you want to verify the information, just do a search and you'll find the same information. Kan? Apa nak susah-susah hanya dengan page number apa semua tu. But at the moment, academia doesn't recognize that because of the possibility of the online version to be edited. So we cannot arrive at the same place where you get the information from. So why we have to do the references? Part of being honest, part of recognizing the right of others. Okay. Sometimes some of the information with an idea of a person. So if you take an idea from a person, you have to acknowledge to the part of amanah in Islam. You have to acknowledge if you take any idea from someone else. Even the hadith, kan, dia punya tradition, in order to make sure that the hadith is the right word of the Prophet, we have to refer to the sanad. The whole tradition of sanad is a reflection of honesty and responsibility and authenticity in Islamic intellectual tradition. So the whole sanad system. So even citation system pun ada kena-mengena mungkin sejarahnya dengan sanad system. So that is why when we took something from others, quote or editing information, we have to give citation references. So this Shamilah, and we have the, I think this one is the Shamilah 4.0 lah, dia punya layout dia dah tak sama. Shamilah 4.0 dekat sini. So I think Shamilah 4.0 ni dia ada tasnif dia kat sini dan dia lebih macam ni lah, dia lain sikit. This is the latest version kot, I'm not sure. And then there is another Shamilah. Shamilah dia panggil, sebenarnya patutnya saya tukar dia punya background ni supaya tak keliru. But this is panggil Maktabah Al-Iksir Shamilah. Al-Iksir ni dia yang besar lah, dia masukkan I think all the dia ada banyak macam-macam sini. Dia ada kutub Syiah, kutub Az-Zaidiyah, kutub Al-Awhadiyah, kutub Sunnah, kutub Al-Ash'ariyah, kutub Ibadiyah. Yang ini dia pelik sikit lah sebab dia buat Sunnah satu grup, Ash'ariyah satu grup lain tak betul. Kutub Sufiyah, kutub Firak lain, betul kutub Ilmiyah, dia masuk semua bidang-bidang yang bukan hanya ma'arifil wahyi sahaja. Dia masuk apa ilmu perang, parapsikologi, communication, semua masuk lah. So ini Shamilah yang lebih luas lah, iksir Shamilah. Shamilah yang lebih general, not limited to ma'arifil wahyi. Shamilah yang dulu tu Maktabah Al-Iksir. So ada, sebab Shamilah is like a platform, open source platform. So you can use the platform, you can remove all the books and make your own maktabah. Just download the .bok punya file, masukkan file, masuk. So you have your own maktabah, and then you can link the BOK file with the PDF that you download from the internet. So that part will require another session lah, untuk part workshop untuk Shamilah dan how to manipulate Shamilah saja. Itu panjang cerita dia. But that is to say that Shamilah is an open source platform. It is only a platform, so we cannot in citation. You can't refer to platform. You have to refer to the source, not to the platform. When you say, okay, this information, qala al-Imam Ibn Shihab al-Zuhri, al-ilmu adabullah. Reference, marja' reference marja' Maktabah Shamilah. So it will be very vague. And you refer to the platform, not to the source. Platform tu berbeza-beza. Orang ni yang Maktabah Shamilah is different from the Maktabah Shamilah of others. The same thing with some of the platform like Banduma. They are only like database platform to collect sources from the other websites or other providers. Saya nak kena tu sekejap. Mana Google Meet tadi? Okay, so because it is an open source, we can have Shamilah yang macam-macam lah. Sebab tu if you look at my itu ada Shamilah Syiah, Shamilah Ibadiyah apa, saya ada macam-macam lagi tak masuk kat sini. So if you want to refer to books or kutub of other mazhab, you can have the whole Maktabah Syamilah of Syiah boleh, semua buku dia. Beribu-ribu buku yang ada tu Syiah, beribu-ribu buku Ibadiyah apa, boleh. Even if someone even in the Arab speaking Jewish, dia ada kutub apa Yahudi Arabia, dia boleh buat Syamilah untuk Yahudi saja. Yeah, because it is open platform. It depends on the person to arrange and to design his own Syamilah. Okay. الآن نتحدث عن التقديم. Steps. So I had to YouTube kan. Cuba cari jumpa lah. خط مربع هذا. Rumus. But you'll find these symbols. That's symbol. Apabila awal surah Bahth so download this font and install this font in your computer dekat sini lah. Tahmilul khat ni maknanya tanzil. Then download. Tahmil maknanya hamil. Download. You bring it with you. So tanzil khat, that you will have the khat with you. You will have the khat, something like this. You all this khat. You have the QPC Arabic symbols. Then click on it and install. So when you install, you'll find it in your Windows folder. Dekat C, Windows font, you'll find inside that folder. Okay, I don't click install because I've already installed the font. So when you have installed this one, إذا نزلتم هذا في Microsoft Office, إذا ذهبنا إلى symbol more simple. Then you can find that font here. Okay, Arabic symbol here. You find it already in your Microsoft Word. When you install it, it will be in your Microsoft Word, and you can just find, for instance here, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, shortcut key. Oh, Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Radiyallahu anhu. Then shortcut key. Okay. So here, alternate control C3 because I have already assigned shortcut key for Radiyallahu anhu. So when you assign for all symbol, don't assign for all of them. Okay, assign for those that you will use. Commonly you will use. Usually you will use in your assignment. Azza wa Jalla, rahimahullah, radiyallahu anhu, radiyallahu anhu, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, subhanahu wa ta'ala. All this can be assigned with shortcut key. Then when you write in Arabic, if you want to edit, the paragraph should be from right to left. Like this one. So let me change the font. Okay. So I don't need to find and insert symbol again and again. I have already assigned a shortcut key for this symbol. Okay, I will say An Abi Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam Inna Allah, and then you can keep writing. So you make it faster using the shortcut key. Okay, remember shortcut key though. So shortcut key, just use insert here, symbol. Then any symbols that you like, you can assign a shortcut key for that symbol. Just find the font. Find the font here. Okay, Arabic symbol. Then assign a shortcut key for that symbol. Press new shortcut key here. Okay. So usually if it is like Control C, Control V, they are already assigned. So you have to find something. So my experience, if you click Control Alternate C or X, okay, then after that you click anything, then it is usually free without any assignment. It is usually unassigned. But your hand has to click on 3 buttons or 3 key numbers, key alphabet, then find the place where you assign, then the number where you assign the symbol. So usually I assign like Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, alternate control alternate C, number 2, number 3 radhiyallahu anhu, number 4 radhiyallahu anha, then number 5 rahimahullah. So I make it all the numbers on my laptop so that you don't remember. So the dua or the prayers will be above the level. So for transliteration, D with dot, S with dot. So I use the original S and put it there. Okay. So this is setting the language. Setting the language and make sure that you have like a convenient keyboard to use to write in Arabic and also to write your transliteration. So any question before we go further? Boleh buat? Ada? Because it requires download and everything. Maybe like the line is a bit slow. Then I cannot wait for all to download and to install and to make sure that everyone has finished and can use the function. But I hope that you get the idea how to do it.
Yes. I'm not sure because this will depend on the format required by the lecturer. But if you are using Arabic term in English essay, usually it is required to use transliteration for academic paper. Usually it will be required, and for publication abroad, it is sometimes compulsory to use publication in journals, in publication with Brill, publishers abroad, and even in Malaysia, some of the publishers will require transliteration just to avoid confusion. Because now, if you don't use transliteration, sometimes you debate on how to write something. Like Ramadan, how do you write Ramadan? Macam mana tulis Ramadan without transliteration? So some will write Ramadan, the other one Ramadan, the other one Ramadan. So you have differences because it is not the original language. The original language is Arabic. We want to convey the same sound, but there is no letter that can convey the same sound. So transliteration is invented to avoid that confusion. So in academia, usually they want to be accurate, but for the public, there's no need to use transliteration. Of course, sometimes people use it. I use it myself. Sometimes even on my Facebook status, I pakai transliteration. Baca Facebook dia macam dengan buku akademik. Tak apa. Because I want to create awareness to people, and then just to avoid confusion. I would like to be involved in lengthy debate and to make it clear. Okay. Any other questions related to this? Preparing the language. So if you use transliteration, jadi kan transliteration jadi siap ada dia punya mat lagi. Ada alif situ kan. Ramadan. It's clear. How to write insyaAllah. InsyaAllah macam mana? It's debated selalu debate kan. InsyaAllah. Satu lagi InsyaAllah. Lagi InsyaAllah. Boleh? InsyaAllah. All of them can be accepted provided that the reader knows how to read it. So, but if you use transliteration, then InsyaAllah. In harfu hada in, because if not how to spell the Arabic in the Arabic is InsyaAllah. So there is a big space between in and sya'a. If sya'a fa'al madhi, sya'a Allah wills, if Allah wills, not insya kan, not insya. This is insya means composition, karangan ataupun buatan. So it's insyaAllah. So in transliteration you write it like this, ada space. Apa lagi? Sorry. Masalah sama ada languages here.
InsyaAllah.
Ini dulu filter. Macam mana transliteration? Transliteration will be something like this. Ain al-filter. Ain al-filter. So this is the correct sound, or how do you say Aidul Fitr in transliteration and in Arabic. It is not Ain. Ain is wrong. It's not, the word is not Ain. It is Ain Kasrah. But when it comes to the Malay, it is already a Malay word, Aidil Fitri. So this is not Arabic word. This is a Malay word. So you have, kalau ibu baris mungkin letak ke Prof. Okay. So this is considering transliteration, preparing the language setting. So what else do we ingat balik? Okay. So about font, you can use font or you can even download from any of the free. This is not recorded. So kalau recorded you cannot share yang mana yang macam mana yang pirate ambil. Font yang free tu kan. So let's say like this one, okay, yang ni dia Arab fonts, ada font Arabic. So you can choose macam Arab font, which one, and then tahmid and download. Masalah Al-Kufi, Al-Kufi dia ada not only one type of Kufi, ada thousand of Kufi. They are not Kufi but Kufi based. I think we can write something here. Or if you want Futut al-Mutawrah advanced part, Arab fonts, this one macam supermarket ni. So if you macam troli kan. So if you ada kedai, you want to open a mart, supermarket Arabic, the Jawi is quite nice pun kan. So tak ada semuanya time Roman stretch dengan sakit mata tengok. Kadang-kadang is the one of the best place tak, macam Istat. Everything is beautiful. And then masjid Nabilah. At times New Roman dia buat tulisan. Ya Allah. At least buatlah khat sulus ke cantik lah sikit. New Roman ni Arabic. Saya paling tak suka dengan New Roman ni Arabic. Traditional Arabic is okay, Lotus Linotype is okay, Zamni okay. So ada macam ni. So you can use this website to download Arabic font. Have many Arabic font. But don't use this font in assignment lah. Use this font in assignment dia susah. Then the lecturer has to download the same font, otherwise it will not appear. We have to have the same font to read. But let's say you want to use that font, okay, a unique font, and you know that the font could be that, or you know for sure that the other device or the lecturer doesn't have that font. So how to do it? Go to File, it's here, Options here. Okay, pasal dekat Save, pilih kan? Okay, click on this. Embed fonts in the file. Kamu ni pun boleh buat embed je semua. Jadi the size of the file will be larger because the font, it will embed the font as like a part of the picture. Okay. So it will appear the same font in other device. Although the person doesn't have that font, because now the font is like embed in the file. Dia bawa sekali. Otherwise, it will need the system to read the font. So if you want to use the font that you think the other doesn't have that font, then you can use this function. Go to Word option. Here again, Word option. Save. Kalau tak ada kat option ni, tengoklah macam mana Microsoft Word. Kadang-kadang dia tukar-tukar dia punya layout. But you just find option concerning save. Search here. You'll find that this embed font. Then embed font. Click on this. Okay. Hajmul khat wala okay. Hajmul khat. So like I say, I downloaded this font PT bold heading. So I can use this font.
this is quite okay. Tapi yang the other friends of this font PT juga tu. Itu where's the P? Dia ada macam ni kan. Takkan nak pakai macam ni dengan assignment. So dia apa dusky gitu. Nampak tapi kecil sangat tak nampak. Kan? Itu dalam-dalam tu. I have some font that I have downloaded and macam ni. This is one is good. Lepas tu ada yang American color macam tu. Cantik tak? Kita punya ala-ala Morocco Maghrib macam ni. Dari Malakiti semua macam ni. Ada Diwani. So you can use the font and choose any font that suitable for your writing and to لتكبير الخط أو لتصغيره. So we talk about khat, حفظ الخط, تنسيق ضبط الناس متساوي. Okay, this is also just to let me find something that we can do. هذه ليست جميلة بالنسبة لي. المقال الأكاديمي المقال الأكاديمية فلا بد من justify. Kat belakang ni tak sama macam ni. فنقول هذا paragraph justify متساوي justify. Jadi cantik lah. Kalau kita kecil kan. ليس جميلة هكذا لكن إذا عملنا هكذا justify. So easier to go through and to read. So easy for the eyes. So don't take for granted to make it easier for others to read. Because when the lecturer pun ada mood dia. When marking assignment kan. Kalau dah serabut-serabut dia pun lagi serabut dengan tulisan. Too many things. He has too many issues at home or on the road or something. Then when reading the assignment, it's not really organized. So making it beautiful, making it Prof Abu Lex will say, making it handsome. Lipstick powder kata Prof Lex. Put lipstick powder. So making it beautiful to be presentable. So make it justify. Okay. Now another thing. Okay, justify. Alignment ni I'm talking about alignment. Okay. Justify. Okay. Now, what happened to this? Buat garis footnote. Why is it on the left? Because it follows the left to right. So how do we change this? How do we change it? Okay, just go for, I think review. Mau tak buat ni tak ingat lah, view. I think it's draft or online, draft pun. Okay, it's draft. Mana notes kat mana? References, show notes ya. Ada sini, all notes. So first view, to go to draft view, not the print view. To go to notes, show notes here. Then here we find footnote separator. Footnote separator. Click on this, it will show you the footnote separator. So it is on the left. So do it. Click this, go to home, make it right to left. Okay, right to left. Then kita boleh tutup balik view tu. Tutup, go to print out. Ada duduk sini ya. Okay. I do it it again. Dan kita tukar dia balik pergi ke kiri ni. Okay. So go to view, draft, find the references, show notes, then all footnotes. Kat sini kita footnote separator, footnote separator. If we go here, change it to paragraph, make it left to right, then close the draft view, print out, go to view, close the draft view, select print it out. Dia jadi kat sini. Depends on how do you command that footnote separator to be either left to right or right to left. So for Arabic paper, we want it to be right to left. من اليمين إلى اليسار. So نحتاج إلى نذهب إلى view, draft, go to references, show notes, footnote separator, make it paragraph, right. اليمين إلى اليسار, نذهب إلى view, print layout. So now we have it's on the right side. Okay, here we have okay, hawashi masuk. Hawashi. When do we use footnote? We use footnote when we quote. عندما نقتبس من مراجع أخرى. عندما مثلا كلام الإمام الشافعي أخذناه من كتابه. إذا أخذنا كلامه لا بد من الإشارة إلى المكان أو إلى الصفحة التي أخذت منها كلام الشافعي. مثلا إذا أخذت أن هناك كتاب تخيل imagine that there is a kitab like this kitab لا إنكار في مسائل الاجتهاد. We open this kitab, read this kitab. Let's say we go to the page this page. لكن كانت مهمة المجتهد في المسائل الظنية المطلقة السابقة ذات بعدين. Let's say we take this sentence عبارة هذه نقتبس هذا. فهذه المسائل في حقيقتها قضايا انفردت السنة النبوية. So we know that it is on page. أي صفحة 63 هنا. فعندما نكتب في المقال هنا مثلا نكتب هنا ونقول فهذه المسائل من القضايا التي apa tadi? Ini saya hafal saya. Tak ada kita pandai. Fahadil masail fi haqiqatiha. Fahadil masail fi haqiqatiha qadaya infaradat. Katakanlah itu ditarik infaradat as-sunnah nabawiyah. Sunnah النبوية. فإذا أخذنا من الكتاب هذه المعلومة اقتباس فلا بد من الإشارة أنك أخذت من ذلك الكتاب. طيب فتشير فتقول إيش؟ footnotes kan? Reference insert footnote. فهنا جاء على اليسار لا بد أن تعمل حتى تجعله على اليمين footnote فتبحث عن معلومات متعلقة بالكتاب. Kita kena ingat tadi what is the page number? Boleh tahu sini, saya ingat. Ingat situ. Then we have to go to the title. Cari title ni. Apa title ni? La inkar masail ijtihad, ru'yah manhajiyah tahliliyah. Tulislah panjang. La inkar fi masail ijtihad. Ru'yah manhajiyah tahliliyah. Kunci dah. Man wal muallif? Ini panggil di balik siapa muallif dia? Ustaz Dr. Qutub Ustaz Wassalam. Man min qism al-fiqh. Ada qism al-fiqh usuli. Ustaz usul al-fiqh bil Jami'ah Islamiyah Al-Alamiyah Malaysia. Lecturer di program fiqh. Siapa kenal? Tak ada department fiqh sini. Tak mengaku lah. وكان سابقا كان محاضرا في قسم الفقه الأصولي ثم أصبح نائب رئيس deputy director of IRKHS ثم رجع إلى بلده وأصبح وزيرا, is a minister at his country, and also I am one of governors at the moment, I think Senate members. So Qutub Mustafa Sadr إذا رأينا هكذا أستاذ دكتور بروفيسور دكتور ألف دالي أستاذ دكتور. إذا كان associate يقول أستاذ إيش؟ الأستاذ المشارك, فتقول أستاذ مشارك. لا اكتب يعني جيدا المشارك, لا تحذف الألف هذا. الأستاذ المشرك المشرك بالله وعلى بالله. الأستاذ المشارك associate, تحته الأستاذ المساعد. مساعد أنه assistant. هذا نبدأ بأستاذ مساعد, مرتبة أخرى أستاذ مشارك, مرتبة أخرى أستاذ. أستاذ معناه بروفيسور. قطوسة. لكن إذا جئنا إلى كتابة المراجع فنحن نحذف هذه كلها. الألقاب العلمية تحذف. All the academic titles, all the scientific titles or labels are removed. So we just take Qutub Mustafa Sadr. Qutub Mustafa Sadr. لا كان مسائل الاجتهاد لكن لأن هذه أول مرة في الصفحة الأولى لا بد من المعلومات الكاملة, معلومات النشر كاملة, لأنها أول مرة تكتب ليس المرة الثانية. For the first instance, then we have to include all the information. What is the information? In the bracket أين طبع أو في أي مكان. You know here دار ابن حزم. أين هذا الدار؟ بيروت. So we know بيروت دار ابن حزم 2006. تكتب هنا بيروت كما قلنا نقطتان, معناه تحتوي على, it contains, بيروت contains دار ابن حزم. دار ابن حزم dan 2006 close the chapter. هل هذا كافي؟ لا ليس يكفي. لا بد من الإشارة هنا, لأن الآن لا نفرق بين اسم والعنوان, فهذا يختلف من جامعة إلى جامعة. Some of the universities they say that we have to italicize. ما معنى italicize? تجعله مائلا. مائلا معناه italic. Tapi kalau italic, hakada. Biasanya sebelah sini. Dia ikut ya English. So some universities they say that leave it like that. Some tak cantik. في جامعتنا أو في كليتنا نحن لا نريد هذا. كليتنا نقول هذا ليس جميلا. ونقول نريد جميلة. Ada orang buat seni, dia zikir Jamilah pun datang. So kita tak nak نجعله بول. في جامعتنا بدلا من أن نجعلها مائلا نجعلها غامقا. غامقا. لكن الآن ليس كما في ليس على الخط الذي كتب هنا, فنغير الخط. Jadi tempat yang sama. Jadi pakai bela saya ada khot izamnya dan Usually 10, 12. Jadi macam tu. Wahada أهداف كتابة footnotes. البعض يسأل متى أستخدم footnote؟ أنا لم أستخدم footnote من قبل. هكذا footnotes لأجل التوثيق، توثيق المعلومات والإشارة إلى المكان الذي أخذت منه المعلومة، إشارة إلى الصفحة. إذا كان من هذا الكتاب في جزء واحد فلا نحتاج إلى جزء. إذا كان هناك كتاب في مجلدات, it has like 2 or 3 volumes, and you have to say which volume first. Let's say like volume 3, page 63. If let's say that this kitab has 3 volumes, and you take it from volume number 3, page 63, then you have to include 363. For in some universities, they have to write like this: Juz'us Salis, Safha 63, something like that. But at the moment, Chicago manual 63. Wassalam. Okay. فلاحظوا في footnotes في الهامش لا توجد نقطة، هي عبارة عن جملة واحدة، tidak ada نقطة، semua فاصلة 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 فاصلة. النقطة في الأخير كأنها جملة واحدة. لكن عندما جئنا إلى مثلا إلى المراجع في نهاية البحث لا بد من كتابة المراجع. نشوف كيف عمل هذا الأخ المراجع. هذا خطأ، طريقته خطأ. المراجع لا تكتب هكذا مع الأرقام. نقول المصادر والمراجع. فنكتب ايش؟ سانو مصطفى قطب، بالعكس هكذا قطب، عفوا قطب مصطفى سانو قطب مصطفى. الاسم الشهرة تأتي أولا، الاسم الشهرة يأتي أولا. The famous name comes first. So like famous name Muhammad bin Ismail al-Bukhari. أي هذه الكلمات اسم شهرة؟ البخاري. فنكتب البخاري محمد بن إسماعيل. محمد بن كثير، ابن كثير، فنكتب ابن كثير محمد هكذا. لا حاجة إلى إتيان بالاسم الكامل. محمد بن إسماعيل البخاري أبو عبد الله محمد بن إسماعيل بن إبراهيم بن المغيرة بن بردزبة البخاري، لا حاجة. نريد الاسم الأول والاسم الثاني فقط. فلا نجعل محمد بن إسماعيل بن إبراهيم بن المغيرة بن بردزبة فكأتوس ولا نحتاج لمعلومات النشر فقط. فهناك طريقة في بعض الجامعات قالوا المتقدمون نعمل هكذا، لكن المتأخرون نجعل مثل ما في الكتاب قطب مصطفى سانو، ليس بالعكس هكذا. بعض الجماعة هم يميزون، قالوا المتقدمين نستخدم هكذا، المعاصرين إذا كان الكاتب من المعاصرين لا نعمل هكذا، لكن نجعله مثل ما في الكتاب قطب مصطفى سانو juga, tak payah terbalik. فالاسم نقطة ثم بعد ذلك عنوان. فنرجع إلى العنوان. Kita kena ambil kat mana tu? Hilang. Ini kat sini. Panduan dia sini. Ataupun ambil sekali lah semua maklumat ni. Jika merajak masadir tadi, letak maklumat tu sini. Lainkan misalnya. Ba'da dhalik nuqtah. Azil al-Qawsain نقطة. وهذه الطريقة طريقة كتابة المراجع في الأخير.
فنقول اسم نقطة، عنوان نقطة، معلومات النشر نقطة. هكذا في قائمة المصادر والمراجع. هذا واضح. فإذا مثلا استخدمت مراجع كثيرة ستكون هناك مراجع كثيرة هكذا copy paste هكذا لأنها كتبت. فكل المراجع التي استخدمناها في المقالة أو في البحث لا بد من كتابتها في قائمة المصادر والمراجع. All references that we use in the paragraph here, that we need to bring all the information to the bibliography or to the list of references at the end of the an article or chapter or thesis. هل هناك سؤال في هذا؟ Masa sampai berapa ni? Buat setengah jam je ni. Ada soal kan? Taqdim chat GPT tanya, kaifa aqul ma fi soal? It is advised to write separately. Meraja Arabiyah fi makan, meraja Indonesia fi makan, meraja مثلا Malaysia fi makan wahid. Or you can say meraja قائمة المصادر المراجع ثم تبدأ مراجع أجنبية, foreign references. Meaning for Arabs, this is foreign. So maraja ajnabiyah, then English, or all the English references, and whatever language, provided that it's not Arabic. For some institution, they will ask you to even separate between Rasail and Kutub. So this is one place, Kutub one place. So that is, the format will differ from one institution to another institution. الثقات تختلف من مؤسسة إلى مؤسسة، من جامعة إلى جامعة، حتى أحيانا من قسم إلى قسم. يعني هذا القسم يطلب هكذا، هذا قسم آخر يطلب هكذا، هذه المجلة تطلب هكذا. فلذلك إذا أردنا أن نكتب وننشر لا بد من معرفة التنسيقات المستخدمة في تلك الجهة. We have to know all the format that is used by that institution. So if you go to UKM, they have their own citation style. It's called gaya penulisan UKM. If you go to Harvard, they have their own. But IAM, for Arabic, we are using Chicago. For humanities, most of the time we use APA citation style. Okay. Nak soal apa? هنا طيب هذا أيضا جيد هذا سؤال. أحيانا في Microsoft it is not automatically changed to this form, these numbers. They still 1, 2, 3 in the usual numbers that we see, but in Microsoft they will call it with a different name. So what is it? I think it's proofing language. Lupa dah saya lama ni. Ni numeral. In advance word options for numeral numbers. Here I put it context so that the system will read based on context. If I'm using right to left, it will change the number. But if you say numeral, all numerals in the paper should be Arabic. You want it to be Arabic? Okay. This is the Arabic that is understood by the system. They don't call this Roman, they call this Arabic. Okay, this is Arabic. So if you want the numbers that we learn as Arabic, we have to use Hindi. So options here, advanced, go to numeral, change it to Hindi. Because this is known as Indian number. Arabic number. So all of them will be Indian, and including those in left to right, mana left to right punya. Left to right pun jadi Indian juga. Nampak? Ini pun jadi Indian juga. So, tak boleh satu. Ini sama pula kan. Ini jadi Indian. Ini 12 je. So, for me, it's easier just to choose for options, advanced, choose context. So it will follow the context. Context. So here it is left to right, and then it's right to left. Follow the context. Okay. So bibliografi peribahasa, including that Zotero. So we use for references footnotes, that is the manual style that I showed you before. So the automatic style is to use software like Zotero. You have to download that software. Zotero is free. Download the software, then you have your own library here. So let's say Al-Kutub Al-Arabiyah, La'ika fi Masail Al-Ijtihad. Or I have the Arabic one. So in Zotero, let's say you have, like when you download Zotero, this will be empty lah. This is because I have included or keyed in many information, many references. So this will be empty. You can make another folder. Say Warshatu Al-Hamad. So this folder is for Warshatu Al-Hamad. It is empty here. Then you can include any information on any book. Let's say here to insert item, book, original article, thesis, say book. So book, apa nama kitab? Kita reka satu nama kitab. Okay, katakanlah nama thesis tu Al-Muqaranah Baina Lazzati Biryani Ma'a. Okay, nama kitab tu itu Al-Muqaranah Baina Lazzati Biryani Ma'a Durian. Siapa nama pengarang dia? Omar. Okay lah, the last name, okay, not the first name lah, first name dekat sini. Siapa nama dia? Adlan, dia kan nama Adlan. Apa nama last name? Azhar. Itu je. Okay. So this is the most important thing, title and author. Semua place. Mana dia terbitkan? Wala apa jadi kuala saya? Wala apa nama publisher dia? QUSSA. Year of publication. Then we have this one, the Gregorian, not the Hijri. Gregorian. So let's say it published last year, 2023. These are the only information that is important for book. For journal, there are some information. For thesis, some other information. Hari maklumat muhim. On one, muallif, follow. If there are two muallif, so two muallif, you just add another muallif here. Add another one, and another. If there is muallif and translator, so choose contributor, editor, translator. Let's say that we have this Muqaranah related to Ma'durian and all the information. So if we go to Word, tadi kan, tak boleh nak letak. Okay. Fadurian Lazatuha Ta'dilu تقول تعدد لذة جميع الفواكه. So kita buat citation. So first we have to run Zotero lah. Zotero kena open dan go for Zotero. So bila we download Zotero, then we can already install the add-in the word add-in. Zotero dia akan ada. So add citation. Add citation. Kat sini kita buka tadi add citation. Dia akan tanya nak pakai citation style apa? Which style of citation? Kita akan bilang tu ada Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia atau MLA, ISNAT system. So let's say we take this one, Chicago Manual Style, language Arabic. Footnotes, not endnotes. Okay, footnotes. Okay, kita kat situ. Dia akan tanya nama kitab yang kita nak pakai kat sini, dekat kita dah letak tu. Apa tadi, apa tajuk dia? Ini semua bahas dah di Google. Nak bahas an kalimat dan timizah masalah Baria ni. Kalau ada tahu maklumat kan? Dekat situ. Tekan atas dia. Click on the name. Include page number. Berapa banyak tau? What is the page number? Muka surat apa? Kan dia tulis banyak 3,000 muka surat ni. Tentang kelazatan biryani dan durian je. Tak ada kerja lain dah dia buat. 3,000 tu. Mana pun mana. Page 3002. Enter. So we will find maklumat kata muqaranah baina durian Kuala Lumpur semua siap. Page 3002. Tapi dia duduk sebelah sini kan. So nak ihtaj jilaan nughayyir fa naqul right bila. Macam itulah. Tapi ada masalah ya bila pakai Zotero ni, because it is not really Arabic friendly. So you have the fasilah, the comma facing the other way. Dia suruh comma dia patut pandang sini, dia pandang sana. Patut si comma ni pandang ke adlat je, pandang paling. Aku tak suka pandang adlat. So that is the problem lah with Zotero. Still not solved. I mean it is solved for me personally. Saya ada teknik untuk solve dia, tapi belum lagi lah, belum di publish cara untuk solve problem ni. So at the moment you can just use trick like replace all. That trick lah. Trick tu macam bila dah siap nanti, when you finish, copy this comma, okay, tulis, letak kat situ, dan letak comma yang sebenar, yang shift nun. Comma yang sebenar tu replace dia. So dia akan replace kan, replace all. Dan kalau pada kembali tu replace all dia akan so kat mana tadi? Ada pergi dalam dan okay. Just tukar dia punya font. So dia dah automatically main italicized, that is using Zotero. So let's say we have apa maklumat lain lah daripada jurnal. Buat jurnal tak? Okay. Another journal. Journal article. For journal article, what is the title of this journal? Apa title journal bagi satu kita kan? Dia brought pada Adlan tak? Di Taqdim Muqaranah Adlan wa tafdilihi durian. Siapa penulis ni? Tak lah kan? Kita katakan nama dia Yusuf. For journal article, we need title, the author, the name of the journal. Majalah H, Majalah Qur'an, Majalah Taqdim, Intellectual Discourse, Majalah Syajarah. So that is for journal. And to know what is journal, that will require another session. So Majalah tu, let's say Majalah tu Al-Burhan. Which volume? From volume 4, issue number 2. the volume 4 ni, that journal, that is the 4th year of publication of that journal. Issue number 2, meaning that it has the issue January or issue February, issue number 2, issue August. So pages for journal, we mentioned the pages, the beginning and the end. The first page and the last page of that particular article. Say page 23 to 35. Then what is the year? Be 2025. Dia roh tahun depan. Okay, 2025. Katamna ba'da zalik naqul walakin durian misal bintika al-ladha Iran. So kita masukkan apa tadi? Reference Zotero tadi daripada dia channel. Siapa nama dia? Semua sini. So banyak senang tak nak sini. Tak apa nak. Kita akan jumpa maklumat yang free nak pergi corona tu. Dan for journal you don't have to specify which page. Dia umum je tu journal article. Then enter. Dan 56 dah ada kat situ bawah. Yusuf Adim nanti tu buka dia. So still the fasilah comma is facing the other way. And my advice, if you want to use Zotero, you leave the comma until you finish the paper. When you finish, you about to submit, then you change, replace all. So that, because if you are not finished, you close the document. When you reopen the document, it will go back to the original state. It's not facing the right way. So that is the problem with Zotero. Zotero is not meant for Arabic sources, for English sources. So what is the best thing about Zotero or this management of references? When you come to listing the references, macam ni. So, sampai dekat sini, bila masuk kat masadir al-marajah, naqul di Zotero, add bibliography. So it will add those two that kita dah pakai dah. Kita dah buat siap-siap. So dia jadi tak cukup lah. So tak payah tulis balik copy. And then it will never miss any of the references. So if you use Zotero since the beginning of the creation of the paper, to the end the references is easy. Okay, it's just one click and you have all the references, including the formatting. Where you can format and dictate, comma, italic, automatic. Okay, any question on this? Okay, for mushaf, okay, you can use like the Shamila, you can use some of the websites, but I would propose or suggest this one, Qur'anword.net. Then you download the Qur'an Word and install the Qur'an Word. It will be in your Microsoft Word. So that this is my suggestion because based on my experience, if you use Qur'an Word, you transfer the file to another computer, it doesn't change into font that one cannot read or cannot recognize. Some of other Qur'an apps, when you transfer the file to another computer, it cannot read that font. So it appears like boxes in the place of that ayat Qur'an. So until now, I think I have not experienced any problem with Qur'an Word. And it is easier because when you come to keying in Quranic ayat, kat sini Quranic ayat. Kita pergi awal lagi. Okay, this one. You can just search for this ayat. So when you download and install, it will be here in the word kita ada kat sini. Kalau kamu kena Bahth, dia akan keluar. Banyak apa ni? Okey. Nanti kita tukar je nombor satu ni. Mana dia? Ali Imran 102. Ali Imran ya. Ali Imran ayat 102. 210. Rabbul ayat 1 Matul ayat. Idhafatu ayat. Dia ada situ, siap dia ada apa? Ali Imran 102. Okay. And this is the font. And you see the difference between two font. Yang atas ni dan bawah ni. And the cosine, this is like normal house. And then you have this one that I just inserted through Quran word. Ini nampak cantik lagi kan? Yang atas ni. This one, ya ayuhan nasu taqu rabbakum. Tengok kecil atas. Nombor tu. Kepada surah An-Nisa ayat itu. Surah An-Nisa. An-Nisa. Number 1. So for Quran we can remove the footnote. Tak payah ada kat video. Nisa ayat 1. So it's easier because you can just click from here, choose any ayat from here, or even you can do Bahth. Find in the Quran, but you have to nafsi wahid how to read. For example, nafsi wahid. So why it doesn't really show. Dekat sini. And you can just include refreshment. Idraj. Dia boleh satu surah boleh sikit. Nas kopi boleh. So it's already in Microsoft Word. It will make it easier to use Quranic verses, to include Quranic verses. So we have covered as well how to include Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, radhiyallahu anhu, those rumus, symbols. What else? Okay, I just this one. If you use the view function, tracking. When you send it to someone, okay, and this is for reviewer and lecturer lah, usually, then you can track changes for everyone and include comment. For example, you say, oh, this is Prof without any space. Then you say, okay, delete this space. And this one is number 3. This one, Al-Baqarah. I want to remove this one. And then say, oh, this is wrong. Walakin nampak tasawulan, aisyaan tasawulan. Tasawulan and kaifiyati tadbir al-kama radallah. So when you return the paper to the first person, he can check where did you change or what are your suggestion for his paper when he use track changes. So let's say you send to the lecturer do track changes and send it back to him, and you'll find your paper with all this red color. So you can go to review and then tracking here, accept, whether you want to accept or not. So accept and move to next. They ask you accept or not. Can I accept this? So it will be removed. Okay. And this one, do you accept that we remove this? We replace it with this one. You say accept, and it will accept. Do you accept it? Yes, accept. So it will accept whatever changes that or that it proposed by the reviewer or by the examiner. So there are no more track changes. So now you have another clean, reviewed and checked examined paper by someone else. So you can use the comment function to do revision of the paper. Some other things there you can use compare, but this you will need to explore. There are some other tricks and tips of using Microsoft Word. I think the time mudah la tasbah li dukhul fi kulli hadhihi al-khadamat. هل هناك استفسار؟ هذا أيضا مهم spelling and grammar. You got spelling and grammar when it is not according to the right one. Like let's say I remove this not according to the right one. When you have too much space, for instance. So it will appear with this blue line. So most of the time, if you send an assignment with too many blue lines, meaning that you don't check first. So the lecturer will definitely, on the part of formatting, kalau when he allocate 6 marks for format, with too many blue lines, it will reduce to be 1 or 2 because you are not taking care of your grammar. There are too many grammatical typos and many other things. So remove this blue line, auto remove. Then you can either accept the suggestion by Microsoft Word. It says, "Ihzaf al-masafah az-za'idah." There are additional space between the two words. Okay, so just accept it, click on it, it will remove, or you remove it manually. Manually here, when you, let's say there is remove it manually, delete that. Or if there is a mistake, typo, okay, it will have this red line saying that this is not the right word in Arabic. Then you can rightly look at what is. If there is no right suggestion, then correct it manually. Please make sure that when you submit papers, they are without all these red lines and blue lines. Meaning there are too many spelling errors and grammatical errors. Are you still start? We have 50 minutes of Q&A. Yeah.
There is a gap between the last line and
Gap between the last line here.
sometimes there's a long gap.
I have to see what happened to that. Usually it will not have that gap, but sometimes because of how to put it, the original formatting, you have to change the original formatting. Maybe like sometimes the paper is from another device, and you take the same paper and you write your assignment on that paper. Maybe you delete the original content, you write. So it still follows the original format. Sometimes it happens. So I think it's good just to begin with clean paper, with new document, rather than using some other previous document. Sometimes you say, I've done this in my previous semester, I use it again. Okay, because the cover is already there, so you just want to change the content and the body of the text. But sometimes because it follows the previous format, it doesn't really follow the new format, or it doesn't recognize itself as a new document. And also, I think some other reason is that when you take the text from the internet, from website, you copy it, you paste it on your document, it still follows the format of the website. So that you have to remove the format first if you want to take it from the website. Okay. Any other question? So if you are preparing, kalau tak ada question, I'll just share with you some of other functions Microsoft Word. If you are preparing, for instance, a form or something, you want people to write in a certain format. Let's say adhesive. You want people to write here. If you put like this, you will make it macam tu kan. Biasanya buat juga. Kalau buat gitu kan. Betul lah macam tu. Padam sikit lah, saya nampak. Okay, macam tu kan. Okay. So when a person try to fill up this form, dia akan jadi macam ni kan. Kalau nama dia Nurul Aisyah, jadi macam tu. So dia so how to do it? You can use the developer function. Microsoft Word. Buang ini, mari situ, ingat developer. Developer design mode. Letakkan. Letak situ. Buat properties. Then you can specify the format you want. It to be some new underline. Underline. Okay, ini lagi. Someone write Nurul Aisyah kan, dia dah ada line ni juga. So tarikh kita, kalau tarikh ni susah kan, letak jika developer design mode, letakkan date ni untuk design mode, dia akan jadi sini. So when you want people to enter date, dia pergi situ, boleh pilih tarikh 14. So format yang ni boleh buat masa buat kat properties. Switch on design mode, dia buat kat properties, dia punya format tersebut. So design mode will help in term of preparing form lah. So tak adalah bila form, bila tulis isi form, bergerak kan, isi comment apa semua, bergerak-gerak habis. So itu ada how to make the form. Okay. Ada question? Ada lagi? Ni apa quillboard ni? Tahu kan? Quillboard is for para resin lah. Jadi dia ada dia kalau ada file yang English. This paper reviews the methodology of the Refreshments in dealing with matters related to the hadith of Sunnah Prophet. Okay, so you will launch paper. Kita ambil ni, kita paraphrase lah. Dia akan keluar macam keluar sini yang kita akan keluar sini. So you can paraphrase this. So this text transfer. Mana nak guna fluency atau guna standard punya paraphrase, or make it academic, sound academic, or make it sound simple, creative. But the free version you can choose standard or fluency. Kalau you want the academic, creative, shorten semua ni kena bayar, beli, you can subscribe that via keyboard. But let's say fluency, the fluency paraphrase. Ini bagi satu cadangan yang lain untuk this paper reviews dia tukar, paper examines ambil Hamid Samad for dealing begitu concerning execution, dia tukar sikit-sikit kat sini. Dia paraphrase. So sometimes saya ada orang copy paste, dia paraphrase tu hilang lah plagiarism detector, dia dah tukar dia paraphrase tu. But some of the plagiarism detector can still detect because the arrangement, the style of the language. They say dia komputer juga, dia tukar beberapa ayat je ni. Dia tukar perkataan, he can still detect. That is for the use of clipboard here. But at the moment, I think ChatGPT is better in terms of paraphrasing. The paraphrasing dia lebih cantik. But sometimes it sounds too robotic lah. ChatGPT ni. Clearly, we will know that this is not written by the person. This is written by the AI. Unless you have your own idea, we just ask him to beautify here and there. Then okay. Because I have one PhD student who sent his article to a journal, then the article was rejected because the similarity or first similarity, then we remove the issue of similarity, but then the journal said that 5% or something, 5 to 7% of the article was prepared by AI. So it is detected that there's a please reduce the AI element in this paper to 0, not 1%, even 1%. Okay. So the student asked me how to do this. So I said, just write again. Don't remove all the sentences that you ask help from AI to paraphrase. How to write it? I said, rephrase the sentence. Rephrase the ChatGPT sentences, so you rephrase again. Think by yourself. Then we remove until it's 0. There's no more AI element. Then you send it to the journal. Okay. So it is not about, like I said in the morning, it's not about producing the essay or about publishing the book. If it's for the sake of only publishing or publishing articles or book, the machine can do that. But there's a reason why we engage with academic activities. Lain لماذا نقول هناك آثار للعلم على حياتنا على أنفسنا. We do this for the sake of الوصول إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى. Some scholars will say وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. The real meaning of ليعبدون is ليعرفون, to recognize the wisdom, the majesty, the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So some say that all things are reflection of the asma of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they encourage us to learn asma al-husna, so that we know the reflection of the asma, the manifestation of asma in the universe, in everyday life. So we say, oh, this is the same Ashafi. So when you see a sick person, you can see the athar, the manifestation of Ashafi to that person. Although in the hadith la shifa illa shifa'uka, but you can still see that the doctors will do something. Now you know that, in the based on the physical eye, it is the doctor who is treating, but the one who really bestow treatment. So in order to understand, to see that, to see beyond the physical experience, physical realm, that will require from us to talab al-ilm, to go tafaqquh, tadabbur, and then train ourselves to see with the clear eyes and with the eyes of the heart, dengan mata hati. Okay, anything else? Apa with regard to today's workshop? Yeah. Ada apa? So, for me personally, I mean, okay, if I am a student and I'm listening to myself delivering this workshop, I will expect that we will arrange or sort this workshop bit by bit. Like this is the first step, second step, third step, without any inclusion of many other things or diversion here and there, and some tazkirah sometimes in between. But that will be very serious workshop, and also that will require a very dedicated planning for that sort of workshop. So I apologize from my side for the limited time that I have to plan for the workshop. Too many things that I have to run to fulfill those tasks. But I said, if you would like to do that properly, then maybe like small recording or short videos of many steps that are required in preparing assignment, in presentation, so that people don't have to watch the whole video, put it on YouTube. Sometimes you don't need to watch like the 1 hour video. Just how to do this, one video, how to do this, another video, how to do this. That's very short videos, like a series, like a playlist or something, so that people want to say, oh, how to do this, do this. And then for writing assignment in Arabic, so I think that will be helpful, and that can last for many semesters. People can still refer to that playlist or that series or videos. So maybe in the future we can plan this, we can do this for yourself and then for the next cohort, next generation coming, and we can benefit the ummah. We lessen all these technical things in order to focus more on the content, on learning and empowering ourselves. Okay, I guess أعتقد أن هذا الذي أستطيع أن أوصله هذا اليوم. هل تذكرون كيف نختم العبارات التي نستخدمها لإنهاء الجلسة؟ وفي نهاية المطاف وفي نهاية المطاف نسأل الله أن يبارك لنا في هذه الجهود وأن يوفقكم